Oi, oi, flat of British, Martin Liedtke speaking, testing, testing. 1, 2, buckle my shoe. 3, 4, pick up a draw. Let me just check my comms in order. Buckle my shoe. Sounds absolutely fantastic. In fact, ballistic, like this show's going to be. You are tuning into Flat Earth British and the Celtic Tartarian channel, because I'm live on there as well. That's one of our other channels. You're in for a treat. Tonight is going to be fabulous. Okay, we're going to actually looking forward to bringing this one to you. It is really good when I'm in a position to do awesome productions and bring them to you, because we've got some fantastic, really mind-blowing images to show you. So I suggest you get comfortable, get all your things, okay, get all loosey-goosey, relax, take deep breaths, breathe in, breathe out, and say, fuck it. Fuck it. Yeah. Do you feel better now? Fucking A. So do that and you'll feel all better. Let's welcome a few of you in and I'm going to share some of my thoughts. So, welcome to Flat Day. This is the traditional Flat Day. We've been going years. This is a literal seminal moment in truth right here, right now, as they usually are on Flat Days. But you are all here to witness it. Tartar sauce. Okay, see what I did there? Wink, wink. The genius of destruction, because what they did was genius. But we're on to them. I'm going to talk a little bit about that in a minute. So we're going to talk a little bit at the beginning of this vlog of the question that is posed. I've been talked to for years to myself concerning, I've been talking about reset since 2017. I wrote my first book on reset, funnily enough. Will it happen again? Is what we're going to think about. Dave Waffles just bumped into the house. Much love to you, my brother. Good to see you. Thanks for the sticker, Rooney. And we've got Pamela, who's literally defined a new wave in the truther community, which is the woohoo. Now, the woohoo must be vibrationally fanned, because I love to say it. I really love to say it. 200 of you, welcome. Would you please share this video out? Subscribe on arrival if you haven't, and then you're going to witness great things coming. Okay, today and all the time, because this is for the British. Excuse me, and it's mainly what we do. Okay, so there's Hugh, my brother, bringing in the donkey love. For donkeys, brother, we love them. For little donkeys, because they're lovely. Jesus and Mary and Joseph. Mary and Joseph had a little donkey. Little donkey, little donkey. Squirrel Sniper is in the house doing patrolling. And Ed's in the house. Good to see you, Ed. Hello, Farticus. That's me. Farticus, Marticus, Farticus Esquire. Okay. Not to be mistaken with any of the twatty elites. Okay. This is just my version of taking a piss out of them, if you will. So there's Alyssa Media. India in the house. Much love to you, India. Anicia Dennison, good to see you. Double flat thumbs to infinity. Lovely lady. Squidgel. Peter's in the house. Canada Dummy's in the house. What's happening? My man. Small town girl. Happy Flat Day. So, obligatory. We must do this because this is a special kind of magic. It's a kind of magic. The double flat thumbs. Wiggly for this night. To infinity thrice. Okay. And nobody tell me not to do wiggly flat thumbs. Okay. Yeah, this is really good and lovely. I'm not starting my vlog with Zeke Hiles. It's wiggly flat thumbs, guys. Yeah? Okay. So, here's Hippie Chickage. AJ, so yeah, we've got a lot to talk about in this post, guys. It's going to be quite a bumper episode tonight. It's going to be literally hundreds of very, very juicy images I'm going to share with you. Some crazy good bookage. Always like to share something good with you all. I will link them in the descriptions box following this live stream. So it's Glenn Sketches in the house. Good to see my bro. Okay, Matt Lewis is in the house. You're the one that gives that bad money advice on TV. That's something we need to address on my little chat with you all at the beginning concerning will they reset us again? Okay, which is basically what they do here. And would we even know anything about it? I mean, a reset. What if they were in the future or the future past running a super futuristic simulation of a past program. You know, would it be like the Terminator? Would they send him programs to fuck with us to stop what is happening? And what is happening is this. We've all discovered a key about reality. It's hard to put into words and define, but it's essentially this: disconnect from the bad energy and disconnect from them. Some people call it unplugging from the matrix, but it's a little bit more than that. And then a certain kind of magic happens. Actually, once you completely don't give it any more of your energy and don't associate with anything negative or bad intent, then you become a magical superhero, which is fantastic. So all you got to do is this: break pattern. It can't read your mind, but it can read your emotions. Okay. And it sets you up for a fall from the very beginning. The system, the construct, it's stacked against you as soon as you start in this place. And then you just got to fight for survival. Some people, they're complacent to it all. They sit on their laurels thinking everything is peachy, when in fact, everything is far from peachy. Which is why the truthers, do everything they can to get online and tell people about it, and people in public as well. And the truth is if you have icky vibes, you're going to have an icky reality. So the message is, stop creating a shitty reality, which is what they wire you to do. So how do you escape the shitty reality? Well, you take no notice of it. You smash your television. In fact, don't have a television. Don't watch any news. Don't watch anything from them. Don't look at the newspapers. Conduct your life as normal with your informational journey, and don't connect to any fear. Because I noticed they're coming out with loads and loads and loads more agendas. It's really weird agendas going on to transfix the sleepy masses to more unbelievable bullshit. And they're just gone away with it. You know, the sky clappers. So, you know, it's nice of us really to think that we do what we do, and, you know, we risk all to like help the sky clappers. When they couldn't give two shits for us and wouldn't piss on us if we were on fire. But that just says a lot for the truthers, really, doesn't it, guys? It says a lot for, you know, we are not going to sit in our chairs. Okay, I'm not. I'm up and out. I'm up and out and doing it all. I'm going to get out there and I'm going to spread the word. And the word is, guys, is disconnect from bad energy. Only do positive intent. You got icky friends, icky family, fuck them off. No, really, guys, because you're going to have a miserable existence. And at the end of the day, they're going to live your life for you. Are they going to die for you when it's time to come? And they fuck. It's about you. And why would you throw your fucking life away on icky people who are holding you back and keeping you down and keeping you on a negative thing every single day, listening to that icky fucking shit coming down the line? How many of you have got that? I know some of you have. I've had it in my past, guys. Yeah, this is why it's better when I'm mostly alone, because I haven't got all of them weird fucks downloading. First of all, they'll do this. I'll say I'm going to do something with my life, and they'll be like, oh, right. Well, you could get killed. Anything could happen, blah, blah, blah. So they download their fears and insecurities into your journey. It's like, yeah, don't fucking curse my shit. Go fuck off. Yeah. They all do it, guys. It's part of this weird fear program. Jason Akex calls it dungeon programming. There's something underlying in this place. There's a saying. I think it exemplifies it. Talk of the devil, sure to appear. It seems that there's like, when you're doing something in the matrix, it sends things to fuck with you. When you break pattern, don't give it any energy. Don't pay any attention to the fear or any of their shit. And then anything that you do in your life, you'll be manifesting for you. And it'll be for the greater good. Not for, oh, I'm going to make a killing and make a coin. Because it won't work like that. It's not geared like that. It's not about that. It won't work. It'll backfire. It'll derail. It has to be about the greater good and what is going to happen. Because in my heart, I really do feel that what we want, will happen further along down the line and has happened. Okay, but there are changes in reality which can't be ignored. There is something afoot, and it doesn't look the same reality. It really looks like some sort of copy of the reality that I grew up in. Somewhere along the line, something happened, maybe a reset, and we never knew anything about it. Maybe it happens, what is sleep? I get downloads of information. I do filing systems. I search answers in my sleep. It's a mirror realm. So you deal with your everyday, we all get bullshit, don't we? Happen. Yeah. It's how you deal with it. And I was watching a good post last night with Tom Campbell, front row seat, where Tom had said that people create their shitty realities, and they do, guys. They do. They just fear all the time, and fear is just for pussies. Really, it is. I'm not being funny, but like, you think about it, creating imagery for something that hasn't happened. And if you're creating like, oh, that's going to be a disaster, I can guarantee you it's going to be a fucking disaster, because you've already manifested that icky thing down the road. So why would we do that to ourselves? Well, we wouldn't, would we? Yeah. If you critically think and logically think about giving yourself the best experience while we're just passing through, then I'm saying nothing about that. Then that would be to, and it's not selfish, the Buddhists do it, is to think of your own journey. So you can, if you want to help others, if that's your thing in life, then you can. And you'll be put in a position to help others with this really important, helpful information. The whole thing, the water, the EMFs, all of it. You don't have to tell, the corporations, how everyone's got to shop at them and go to the corporations, when really they should be smaller, supporting smaller businesses, farms, etc. And everything has been geared to the empire. And I'm going to show you how all of this happens. And some evidence in this is mind-blowing. It's really creepy, some of the evidence. When I went through some of these images, I was like, what the fuck am I looking at? It was like, how am I missing this? It really does look like, guys, there's nobody around in maybe 5 cities that I'm going to show you. Nobody's around. Massive Tartarian world. A lot of it has been smashed off the face of the earth in a weird way. All at the same time, around the same time, almost as if there was like a super apocalypse, in the recent past, guys. When we see these images of San Francisco, fire, earthquake, Boston, fire, earthquake, one we're going to look at a little bit later, which is really weird and sinister, which is the Baltimore fire, but mainly because of the buildings that were there before. Unbelievable. So the premise and the context of tonight's post, the start of it, will be solidifying evidences for America, in fact, being the old world and not the new world. So we're going to be looking at the buildings of the universities to start. I think they're a dead giveaway. What we find when I look through, you'll be able to follow with me, guys, all of these images, is some of these unbelievably massive structures that have been built, they're already there in all of the images. You never see it from the foundation up. It's just the building's there. It looks like it's been there, and they're putting on a new roof because it looks like some sort of cataclysm happened. Put it to you that they never, founded the cities, but they found the cities. They dug them out of the mud. They built retaining walls around them, the mud flood windows with the low windows, to save removing 1 trillion tons. There's hills outside of every town. They just dumped all that mud somewhere. They had to, because the cities were there, the old world. I put it to you that some of this stuff was underwater as well, when America had a great cataclysm and was underwater for the greatest time, and different parts on different maps showed different waters receding at different times. Oregon being a giant lake, California being an island, etc. So we're going to look at some of this discovery that I made, and I give you a little suggestion of my community post concerning some Romanesque, I say Romanesque, Greco-Romano giant columns, which look like they should be in Baalbek, but in the American states, attributed to be in an old university. You have to try and envision the size of the buildings we're talking about when they're going back as far as what is supposed to be the Wild West. It makes little sense if you go with the official narrative. So we're going to be looking through some of them. We're moving into Baltimore. I'm going to show you unbelievable, like from the a literal Wild West town, which has the most unbelievable Tartarian buildings in it, but everything is thick with shit and mud. It makes no fucking sense how they got anything there is beyond me. We're going to look at what looks like some ethnic cleansing may have been going on and some wiping out of a large section of southern Asia, the Tartarians, in the recent past. I got the earliest images available, 1865, of Tashkent in Uzbekistan. Something really bad happened there, guys. We're going to go across the southern half of Asia from the Caspian Sea to China in images, Trans-Caspian region in photographs, 1892. Something really bad happened, guys. We're going to look at an old antiquity book from 1600s concerning genies. Genies are, in fact, another word for guardian angels. Now, so what are they then? Well, I don't actually do anything or think anything in a religious sort of context anymore, but I do wonder, you know, I think that angels, demons are electrical forces within the matrix, and I do think that we have a higher self, that's for sure, but I do feel that we are sort of appointed some sort of guardian, a watcher, or somebody to assist you. Maybe the one that's actually playing the game, eh? The programmer and the user. It's a bit like Tron, isn't it? Maybe that's just it. We're in Tron. Wouldn't that be weird if we were actually in a computer game? And there's us thinking we were sentient human beings meant for so much more. I'm only saying. Okay, so let's give a few shouts and then I'm going to get into some imagery. We got a look. Right. No, well, that's not my fault. Okay, I didn't do that. I think it's a conspiracy with this, actually. I think it's an Illuminati thing. So I walked down the road with that. That's not actually my fault, okay? And I just didn't know that was on the shirt. Okay, so thumb drives. I have 3 devices on the go 24/7. It's arduous, but I'm getting it done. I sent a fuck ton, okay, of it's 47,000 images. Okay, I sent a fuck ton this week and I'm sending more. But what happened is you have to sign customs thing for every single letter, and then they have to put in the American address into their little computer. So a load of bullshit bureaucracy that goes with every single letter, and I had a stack of them. So after the first times I went there, and then the basically then he looked like he was going to kill himself when I went in there. In fact, the last time he went pale when I walked in there, and then the next time, Friday, he hid from me and actually closed the post office. I think he's lost his will to live. So I'm going to have to bump around a few different post offices because it took like an hour and there was a big queue and shit. But I don't make up the fucking stupid rules. Years ago, I used to be able to just go in the post office and post a goddamn letter to America land. No weirdness. They're in your shit about everything. It's creepy. Anyway, so Misty World, good to see you. Heathcliff, it's me, Kathy. Anyone ever said that to you? Every day. King Shin, good to see you. Riz, Wappen, dude. I feel like a bubbling, and I do. I feel bubbly today. I feel buzzy. Okay, we've got good energy going down. I can feel the energy in the Flat Earth British chat feed right now. Okay, there's my chick. Okay, there's front row seat. Okay. And what else we got? We got Chadage, Tad Babies. Okay, Chadage is loving on everyone. Royal Tangy, what's happening, Royal Tangy? JJ, Michael De Silvo. I have noticed you, Jin. Jin, they call him as well, but Genies, and it's a fantastic book actually. I read about it. Apparently, everyone's appointed one from birth. okay? And they're not necessarily helpful. So they might have a bit of an attitude. Fuck with your psyche. So yeah, like I was saying about what I was talking about just now. Pavlov sweet sheep, really awesome you are. Such a smart person. His attitude. That's what I was trying to say. Tom said it was about attitude. It is all about attitude. It's just be pleasant to everybody, be kind to everybody, because they're on their journey too. You know, don't bother yourself when they're being complete fucking stupid. Yeah, that's not your thing. Don't even worry about it. Be like a Buddhist. Be like, you know, whatever. What the fuck? It's not your journey. Don't emotionally connect. That's not selfish. That's self-preservation, guys. Think of yourself. Think of your journey. Think about your inner work. Think about your consciousness evolution, which is what is essentially happening here. We're lifting the vibration, ready for the next round that is coming, and it's coming soon. So, like I said, with the reset. So, people were saying, I noticed I watched Joe Broche Sanchez and Arcake's chat the other night. Show it was really good. When they mentioned that if everybody doesn't give the beast system its energy anymore, the beast will die, because the beast requires negative energy, which is why they got all of them weird sporting events and everything's about you're gonna get your fucking head kicked in the stands in Britain. Anyway, I don't know if you do the same in America, but that's what it is. Yeah. And all this negative energy, even the music's all like a bit now, isn't it? So that's what they do. So if you just don't do that, you have a fantastic time. You'll be able to manifest your own jolly stuff. Okay, you got to get it right though, because you got to be specific. You know, oh, I want a herd of cows on my farm, and then poof, yeah, they arrive. Only you're in your flat, and the farm's landed on top, and there's a herd of cows outside. I mean, you got to be specific. Yeah, can't just chuck it out there. I'm just saying, you have to be specific. Otherwise, things get a bit messy. Okay, messy is not the word. Risen Ability, good to see you. Nice name. Mama Bear, good to see you. That's a nice name too. Mama Bear. Somewhere in Time is not actually a song. Might be a song. Should be a song. Ashley, good to see you. Symbols, sounds, numbers, images, phrases. You know it. Passing tax on our ass. Playing games with the language and spells, as you know. So that's another thing. The language that we use. We try to simplify things, not make things too complicated. The internet is the worst for overcomplicating things. You hear people talk about stuff like it's actually real, you know, like the Indian space program, for example. Might talk about a little bit about that later. Grace Dybrock, good to see you. I'm guessing not all of you share my my ideas of, you know, what this place is, and you know, I require evidence. I noticed that like all of these official narratives, they got everyone like I just accidentally caught the newspapers in my peripheral vision. Negative intent with stories like about like Prince Andrew and this and that and all of that shit that they talk about, and they want in people's minds constantly, or poison and toxic shit. And it's just like, yeah, but they says all this shit. It's like you never, ever, ever see any evidence of anything. It's like, do you see like evidence of like Epstein being dragged out of his cell with his tongue hanging out, or fucking dead, or that other woman? Do you ever see any evidence of her outside of like pencil pictures in a court when everyone got fucking mobile phones? It's a bit weird, isn't it? And you know, nothing, like zero. Because it's all a part of the construct. It's to keep everyone all bad energies, all toxic shit in there, and Brian's going on, thinking it's all real, thinking it's all a fucking thing, when it ain't. It's all just evil. Evil. It's not a great evil, but it's not lower level evil, but it's evil. Okay. Machiavelli, good to see you. Kind of dummy. So that's what I think. I think it's shit. I think it's a shit took a shit. Is what I think. And take no notice of it. It's my advice to you. Don't have to. You can sky clap. Okay, it's all good. Makes people happy at the end of the day. I'm in a country called Britain. We haven't had summer. It's actually raining. I'm in Wales, Britain. Like every day. We've had a black cloud stuck over us for like weeks and weeks on end. I haven't seen the sun. I don't know what the sun is anymore, guys. Anyway, it doesn't matter. We'll run away to a place where the sunshine suits my clothes, as Nielsen once said. And a beautiful self. Okay, Jay Jacobs in the house. Good to see you. Phil Davis is in the house. My brother Bear, much love to you, Bear. It's a kind of evil. That's all right, Bear, because we'll fuck them up. Yeah, yeah. We'll neutralize their evil. Yeah. But I wouldn't go as far as to hug them. You know, I wouldn't like who was a gnarly criminal or somebody really evil or done something really bad. You know, there's forgiveness, isn't there? Like Christian forgiveness and shit. It's like, I don't think I could quite stretch to that. Or like be dishing out any hugs. It's like, oh, I forgive you. It's like, fuck no. Fucking fuck no. Voice master. Yeah, you know it, John. Yeah, you're all good people. Okay, can feel it from here. Chad, good to see you. It's all deep fake. I watched Indiana Jones earlier. It was fucking agony. My son had it on in the room. Oh my God. The new Indiana Jones. The leading lady's like this 6'3" fellow with a giant voice box. It was agony. I'm like, holy fucking shit. This is bad. This is bad. You know, you got like, you got firemen now with dresses on. Firemen. Can you imagine a fireman call? Yeah. Ladder. Yeah. People burning alive. Oh, go on. You can go up the ladder first. Yeah. Can you imagine? It's not a good sight, guys. It's not a good thing. This is what's happening to our reality now. Anyway, what you got to say about it? Globe Hitler. See Globe Hitler? Globe Hitler. Hang on. What's he? Globe Hitler is saying, yeah, Achtung, where's my curry? Because this is not the real Hitler, okay, on the globe. Yeah, obviously, he's got doubles, body doubles. The real Hitler, as we all know, lives in the moon with the Nazis. And he's ordered a curry, chicken tikka jalfrezi, and now he's complaining that his pompadoms are going to go soggy if the Indians don't hurry up to the moon with his goddamn curry. Achtung van Booten. Quick, schnell, with the curry. Yeah? Because that's what's really going on. As long as you know. It's funny all around. So, I'm going to share some images. First of all, we're going to look at some weird-ass columns that I found in a university that set me on this, like, mode of inquiry. Okay. So, yeah. Drives have been sent out loads and loads, and I'm going to be sending loads and loads more in, well, not tomorrow because it's actually Sunday. Yeah. I gotta go to the post office where the man doesn't hide from me. And he literally went pale. I could see that he physically like went weak. He looked like he was gonna drop. He was like, no, not again. Not again. I was like, fuck yeah. I got another 40 in the house, mate. I didn't, but I thought I'd like add to his pain in a weird sort of narcissistic way. But yeah. Low level evil, guys. You got to balance that shit up. Yeah. Be unhelpful now and again. Yeah. And let's. No. He's a lovely fella. I'm sending the love vibes out. I'm doing it with like smiles on my face. I'm not being nasty about it. It's just like, it's not my fault you got all that bureaucracy. I'm sending letters, yo. I'm not doing anything wrong, yeah. Get your shit together and stop complaining at me and icky vibing me because I got to do my thing. And everyone wants their sticks. This is big information. This is books. This is images. This could change the world. Well, I wouldn't actually call him a name, like call him fucker, because that would be bad. But person, this could change the world. Get it on already. Yeah. Pacey, make haste. Stop moaning. I heard a rumor Martin's a Freemason. Crimes of brute beauty. Well, I'll forgive you that. I don't mind. I'm not going to block you just for saying that. No, I don't think any club would actually let me in. I don't actually abide by the rules. Basically, because like fires start happening, people die a lot. In my wake and stuff. So I don't think they'd actually have me in the Freemasons. Plus, I think they could like sort of fiddling about and stuff in there. I don't know too much about it, but I don't think it's any good. And I think that they worship stuff. I don't worship shit. I don't worship like what they worship. That's for sure. I don't worship anything because that's worship. And it's weird. If you worship anything, you're giving energy to another entity. And it's usually one of their entities. Nearly always because they're trickster gods, as you know. Well, what's happening, Isabella, my bro? Good to see you, man. Lord Racer. So say some more shit though, and feel free to just you know, time them out. I don't even care. Jabber's justice. See, that's what I mean. It's no point me even connecting energetically, is it? For anyone who's suspicious of me, comes on and meet me in Bournemouth, or I'm going to a flat earth meet. I'm an easy person to actually catch up with because I'm like in meets all the time or on the street or, you know, I'm about guys. Yeah. It's the keyboard warriors that I get like sort of suspicious about. The ones that sit there and say that shit. There's something going on with that. And I noticed their gimps are coming up with extra videos all week long. I get dishing. I get videos concerning me. It's just the most boringest thing. If they actually knew, I was just fucking ridiculous. Anyway, can't even be bothered. Whatever. So, like I said, it's not my journey. Let them do it because this place is a mirror realm, and everything you put out is going to come right back at you. So, oh. Okay, someone's sending me Starfoot Dragons live. Martin, you better start cheating with those Masons. Yeah, what was it? Karl Marx, not Karl Marx. One of the Marx brothers, Groucho Marx, said, any club that would take me, I would never want to join, which is fucking right. They wouldn't take me anymore. I don't like club mentality. I don't like cult mentality. People empowering themselves, doing shit for themselves, being strong for their families, not doing what the man's telling them to do. You can see it in people's vibration. People who are basically cool, and basically people who are not cool. You can see it. I know when people are walking towards me if they're cool or not. They're like, this one's all right. This one's, you know, half awake or awake. We do a different level of awake on Flat Earth British, though. We do like awake. Okay. Smile and say, fuck you very much. Well, I don't go as far as that. Like, I've only like once lost my shit in the last 5 years, and that was during Rona, when a taxi driver told me to wear a mask. I called him, I think I called him a stupid cunt, something like that. But I felt like shit the whole fucking rest of the week about it. So I shouldn't have said that. It's like the guy's just a fucking numpty, doesn't know better, you know. Forgive them, they know what they do. Okay, what's that? Star thoughts. What came first, the star thoughts or the star thought? Haha, very funny. Okay, then let's get in some juice, guys. Make sure to share this out. 566. That's a nice little start number. Okay. So you don't have to take my advice. You just carry on, you know, creating a shitty reality. Or you can have a fantastic fun time. Crush a fucking grape with excitement every single day. Yeah. You seize the day, you win it, and you set it like basically they can't keep an eye on you because you're just breaking pattern all the time. Yeah. I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm flying, I'm in the fringes, I'm in between. Where am I? Yeah. I'm the Scarlet Pimpernel. I'm here, I'm there, I'm nowhere. Jedi mind trick those fuckers. Yeah. These are not the drones you're looking for. You just literally waltz through everything, any situation. Once you empower yourself in that nature, guys, there is nothing they can do to you. Your wings are like a shield of steel. I can guarantee you. Do you believe me? Well, don't believe me, because belief is another word. Go and look up the etymology lies in there. Okay. Lie. The word lie is in belief. I think belief is I believe this and I believe that is just whimsical, isn't it? It's chucking it out there in an illogical pattern of I got no proof and no evidence. Again, nothing's real. It's nothing out there in the exterior world, guys. It's what you make it. Even all of this, you know, that's why Tesla said that this place cannot be measured, because it is a realm, because it's probably unrendered with what we don't see. The nature of this place is definitely coded. I think the Fibonacci sequence, golden ratio, etc., sort of paints towards this being coded reality, and by that nature, an intelligent design. You know, I got I'm dying to really want to test my retard test. So my retard test is: do you think they went to the moon, the Apollo missions, for a show? If I ever get on one of those shows, which they won't, because they won't be able to deal with me. And do you believe in a Big Bang evolutionary theory? Yeah, like something, all of this out of nothing, or did just come out of Kabbalah, didn't it? With quantum mechanics. So I'm trying to think of a third, but my brain just literally closed down. It is not important. 585 euro. We're going to get into this. Old World America. Check these. Right. So what we're going to look at now is a load of images which suggest strongly that there was a much older world, a Greco-Romano by nature, Tartarian, two of them. And what you notice, yeah, is both civilizations got smashed and wiped out. Some of the buildings remained, and then they came in, the Skellington crews, before the arrivals, and they dug all the mud out and tarted all of these cities up. You'll see evidence of this, or suggesting this, along the way. But I'm going to show you a wealth of old imagery. It really are stunning, guys, and I should know because I collect a lot of images. Like these sticks, 47,000. It's not even, it's a fraction of my images. This is image drive 2, which is 35% done, of a completely other set of images from the ones that I loaded on that drive. So I've just got that many, and another 40,000. Just craziness. Okay, let's get stuck in. And please make sure to subscribe. Now, 10,000 people will be likely to watch this video, like most of my video presentations. Subscribe. There is much epicness coming right down the line very soon. And if you want to be a part of it and follow it, be the best thing on the internet. Subscribe. Wow, YouTube are being so memey boots, but I don't worry about it because I'm actually still here, aren't I? Fuck it, whatever, doesn't matter. Anyway, this image got me thinking, and this is why it got me thinking. So what we're looking at here is the university campus mechanical arts building in the University of Missouri, Columbia, Montana. And you got this massive, big, old Tartarian building in the background. And it's covered in ivy. How long does ivy take to actually grow? And then you notice in the forecourt, they got these actually massive Roman columns, which they say, when this building is here, yeah, these are old. Right, hang on a minute. Whoa. Let me have a think about this. So you got this really old Tartarian building that they would attribute to being built in the late 1800s. And you've got this older building that has got giant Roman columns, which look like they're holding a giant building, massive building in the past, which looks like they're the size of something like a Belbeck. And there they are, the columns. As you can see, they're half covered in ivy. And they really, really, by these two images that I'm just showing you, sort of feel and suggest that they've been there quite some time, right or wrong. Okay, we're going to look at some more of these images of places of academia in America very shortly. But they're there today, and they're a lot bigger. I don't know if they're bigger than this building, but they're huge, and they've got the the torus, two double torus top that we see. Whether or not they're singular columns, I don't think, but they are massive. So what kind of building did they hold up? This building. I find it fascinating that this building apparently burnt down in 1892. Okay, the genius of destruction. It gets rid of a massive Greco-Romano building that's got giant columns that big, and they managed to catch a moving fire image when everyone keeps telling us that there's some sort of exposure problem in developing photographs at this period. But there you go. We get a live fire shot. What are the chances they caught this image of this university going up in flames? Is it the same building? There is there, completely gutted. Let me show you another image there. For start off, what I notice is the white columns, the columns themselves, they don't actually look like they're the same as the building behind. The stonework is red brick on this huge building that has been burnt by a fire, collapsed, and left these Greco-Romano columns. So what they're saying is the older building that I just showed you is the ruins of Missouri State University main building, 1892. So it's burnt down 1892. They got a photograph of it, and then it's left these great Greco-Romano columns, which are there still in the modern day. Something definitely feels fishy about that, and it's really well covered in photographic journal as well, like an explanation for why they got these huge columns in an American university, which is really, really weird. Okay, excuse me. So there they are, the columns. So they were basically the Mizzou columns, and they were part of this large complex, a quadrangle, which burned down, was destroyed in a fire, because these great big Greco-Romano massive pillared buildings always get burned, don't you know, in 1892. So they're just getting rid or taking it over, so they refurbish it. And there it is, 1892, the tire through for the academic hall, the crown jewel, was known in the Missouri state. So this thing was unbelievable. And the size of it. And then it's burnt down. And then in that time, then they managed to build this other university here. And then this looks years old. Yet this is, 1900. I don't get it. And these are ancient already looking. So, bit of fuckery going on there, I feel. Let's take a look at some of these American universities, because they look like Rome, and they are fantastic. So let's just go and look through. Now, British universities and, Spanish universities, they were the first by the Moors, apparently. But the universities of Oxford and Cambridge, etc., in Britain have unbelievable architecture. But America's, Yale, Harvard, etc., just mind-blowing. And the interiors, and they are all old-world buildings, and they have Phoenician stuff, with the fascist type columns, more complicated decoration on these ones. So, and the interiors, look at the interiors. Doesn't that not scream the old world? And all of that built late 1800s. Just wow. Okay, and that is inside the Harvard University Library. Very nice indeed. Why would you put an oil painting over a coal fire? Wouldn't it bubble it up with the heat and the smoke damage it? And what's these pots and the giant mantelpiece anyway? The whole thing could be a technology. So yeah, with all of these buildings, what you see now, these buildings, I'll show you exactly these buildings replicated in India. In Calcutta, blew my mind. But a city like that size got no people. Bombay, Mumbai, city that size, got no people, but it's got a load of this sort of architecture. You see the lower windows, giant Greco-Romano columns, and always the stairs going up to the first story, up in the air. That's what you find. Harvard's library, that looks really old world. It's even got like a Tudor wooden ceiling. Built in the 15th century, deposited in 1550, restored and reopened by Sir Thomas Bodley. So that's apparently 400 years old. Is Harvard over? Wow. And these buildings, universities, they're massive, right? All we got is these buildings, from civic buildings like the White House and other state buildings, Capitol building, excuse me, and other state buildings, sanatoriums, asylums, hospitals, schools, and these things. Okay, they're just massive, and they're out in the middle of nowhere, and they really do look like they're the tops of buildings, and the rest, again, you go the upper story, first story, and the lower windows, we suggest this has been in the mud. And the size of it, the dome technology, Antiquitech, again, the Buckingham Palace, Romanesque arches on the front. I put it to you that Rome, the Phoenicians didn't finish, and the Congress that you have today is exactly the same Congress as they had in what they call ancient Rome, which never ever ended, by the way. Fall of Rome, my ass. There it is there. And what's it doing all over America? Because the Phoenicians were there, and the Phoenicians were the Romans. or the Romans were part of it, and not as much power as the Phoenicians. So they were the Roman. They rowed the boat. So do you see all of this ivy all the way up to the top of the building? How long has that building been there? And they're just absolutely massive. This one medical building, just huge block, middle of a field. Again, the lower windows down here, just all of them. It looked like Greco-Romano, little temple thing going on. University again. Oxford. So Oxford is unreal. The architecture there is unreal. Cambridge, exactly the same. This is All Souls College. So they just, it's just the most unbelievable old work architecture. I noticed the establishment get hold of these for educational places. Again, this is the Roman feel, these are the same columns as we had on that first example. And a replica of the Church of the Resurrection, this chapel, Columbia University in New York. Again, with the, this looks ancient. This looks as old as the Hagia Sophia in Istanbul. This looks ancient with that dome. It really does. And look at that quadrangle, or that dome building. Again, Greco-Romano, again, mud flood windows at the bottom, again, a first floor elevated staircase. Never, ever on a ground floor. Makes no sense whatsoever. There, again, look at these windows there. Look at the size of that. Later on, we're going to be looking at images of giants. We're going to be looking at images of super fasces weapons from the 1400s. I shit you not. We're going to be looking at that a little bit later. We're going to have a little giggle along the way and loads more besides. Make sure to please share this out. Let's get some peeps over for the juicage. Check this building here as well. Exactly the same setup on the front, the Greco-Romano frontage. Again, Greco-Romano frontage. So, these buildings were mud flooded. They've come in. They've said that they founded the city when they found the city. And this culprit here. So they bring in the arrivals, an education system where they teach evolutionary theory, which turns up conveniently around that time. Dinosaurs, conveniently around that time. And Carnegie, he buys libraries everywhere in Britain, because I got about 3 Carnegie libraries in Cardiff here, and everywhere else in the world. And it's library. I really do think that this is an indoctrination library. Little bits of truth. You can't substantiate anything. And if you want any information about the past, you have to go to exactly the same citations, which is the classical works, Plato, etc. Archimedes, whoever. That's all we got. Yeah, there's a few other voices there, but they got tried to be stamped out by academia of the past. But you can't even trust them because, again, where are the fucking sources? So yeah, I think that's really uncanny that is so overgrown. Looks ancient there. So we've got burnt on 1892. How old are they? That just don't makes no sense. It's ancient. Again, look at this thing here. So it looks like it's out actually in the mud. There's brand new trees. And again, there's like a domed door underneath there, half missing. And the front door is on the first story. Yeah, everything else is downstairs. Makes no sense. And it looks disproportionate and it looks top heavy, a bit like half of that building's missing underground. That's the academic hall, the back of it. Again, mud flood, and it looks like a Roman temple, part of a university campus. And I'm guessing all the universities all over the world, they got a lot of new build universities, I admit, but the universities, the core bit itself, they're always these old buildings. So that's not a Roman or Phoenician temple, the temple of Bacchus or Jupiter, is it? Because it looks exactly like one, and it's in America. So they hijack these buildings, if you like. We found them. They're ours. These are really good. We'll have these as schools, asylums, whatever. And that one again, out in the campus, Stanford Tomb. And it looks like it's a little temple for their weird religion. God knows what was going on in them temples, but it's something to do with the mind, isn't it? Tempuli and temples. Weird vibrational thing. Don't think it was all about wanking. Anyway, what is this? It's a circular building, looks like the Oxford Camera building, the Radcliffe Camera. It's got, again, the Greco-Romano, all of them, in fact. So either Greco-Romano or these unique Tartarian designs that look like the Munster's house. So that's in Syracuse, the capital. No, Albany's the capital. But Syracuse is a crazy city in New York. Again, looks like Buckingham Palace or something in St. Petersburg. Filthy dirty on the bas relief. Huge building in the background. But again, the lower windows, half cut in half. This is an old world building. That looks ancient to me. Again, with a library control system. Yeah. Just a massive chunk of stone. But again, first story window, front door, and windows down here. And it just makes no sense. The thing looks top heavy. Another size of that thing there. Absolutely beautiful. Universities in Russia as well. They're massive and unreal. And that's the library, University of California, Berkeley. Again, it looks like an ancient old world building. And the Clio Hall, a temple. Again, 1907. Look at this building here. Just wow. But again, with the Greco-Romano frontage. Again, looks like Rome. Looks like Buckingham Palace. Looks like Rome. Replicated. And it's replicated everywhere in the world. All the universities have the same style, the same people building them. And this is the version in Russia. They have these giant skyscraper things with Antiquitech on them. And I think these are just the top. These things look like they go a lot deeper. Again, looks mud flooded. Again, Buckingham Palace, Greco-Romano frontage on the universities. So that's an art gallery in Bristol University, which is looks like Cardiff University. It's really old in England. And they got that thing which is missing a steeple or missing a spire, excuse me, by the look of it. Berlin University looks like it's taken a bit of a battering. I can't imagine what's happened there. But again, it's the same style as in America, same columns, same frontage, everywhere in the world, exactly the same buildings there. And this is a nice corner building with the domage. And you find that these are usually banks in the modern day, the corner buildings. So that would have been a dining hall in New Haven, Connecticut. It's nice there. Anyway, it's nice in Connecticut. It's where the Stephen King books are about there, isn't it? So, wow, can you imagine the clanking of plates and cutlery? How many people would be in there? But it looks mud flooded. But again, corner thing, columns, part of that circuit board city setup, I feel. Ding, 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 ding. It's the Munster's house. Look at that. Covered in ivy, guys. University of Pennsylvania. How old is it to be looking that old 100 years ago, guys? And it's covered in big aerials, which are not flagpoles, and some sort of gantry there. Antiquitech going on. And look, this building next to it looks like a bit of old England, and it's mud flooded. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Philadelphia, it's got a bit of Rome. Marble columns, and that thing that they put in the arches, that sort of weird shape, but they do it the same in Rome, so it's absolutely replicated, or it is Rome. Phoenicians again, mud flooded Buckingham Palace type affair, Roman looking, and all universities. Look at this one though. This is unusual. Catholic University, Washington DC, but again, it's got those lower windows half buried. Again, raised first story door. Makes no sense to me. They got old churches in them, really old. So Yale University. So these things are just huge complexes when they find them. Probably weren't obviously universities. They're just being repurposed as uni-verse-cities because they're cities already. Uni, one verse, one voice. One verse, everyone in there singing from the same song sheet because they're all going to be given the same books, and that will be heliocentrism. That will be the Earth is really, 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 really old, and evolution, and that we evolved from space monkeys. So I wonder how they got the bird's eye image. Must have been a very, very tall building, or they're up in a balloon. Same here, bird's eye image, but look at this Tartarian scene. huge Italian buildings for this, this Uni-verse-city. Another Cornell University. Again, just all of them are replicated Italian buildings, massive. Yale again, that's the same image. And there's that dining hall. Man, imagine that packed with students all eating and clanking plates. But see the lower windows there, just sings a mud flood, so does that. And these complexes, they're the old world. Look at that. Look at them, Syracuse University. That is just crazy. That looks like the top of the building. The rest is all under here. See the windows, they're cut off, and they're supposed to be as high as this. And I bet you that goes like many stories down. This is just the top. You can see it's disproportionate to the eye. It's just the top of it. It's the top of a building. The rest is down here. So I've looked at Syracuse before. I've talked about it. It's an amazing place. Look at that building, guys. It's just the size of it. And they're building this from horse and carriage in the 1800s. It's all supposed to be Wild West. It's gangs in New York. Where's all of this stone and glass? How are you getting the glass there over the cobble anyway? How does that happen? Yeah? Maybe they have big bits of sponge in between all of the glass panes. I don't know. It makes no sense. Anyway, more examples. This is a mind blow. So this is Baltimore, Maryland, Baltimore. Nice big city by the sea. Oh, excuse me. But it is amazing Tartarian architecture in these images. And what you find for Baltimore is, well, look at these images, late 1800s, but come 1904, the city is mainly destroyed. Again, like I said, the genius of destruction. They come in, they uglify, destroy the Antiquitect buildings, a lot of them, or just cover up their technology and put their stuff over the front. Look at the size of that. That gets me. So this is a glass plate Demirouge type photograph, so it's pretty early. There's no cars invented. The roads are still full of muck and dirt. And as you can see, there is some work being done on this building, and the photograph would suggest that they just built it, yeah? But the building's already there, isn't it? So can't really, that's just an assumption. They could actually equally be refurbishing it, couldn't they? Because that's what we see on a lot of buildings, restored in 1880 from an earlier building that apparently got cronked out for some reason. And the size of that skyscraper in the background. So they brought all that glass on the back of horse and carriage. None of it broke on that shitty street. And all of the great marble and granite columns and all of the interior and the glass and the roof and the stones. And they dragged them all on a horse and carriage and then they built it. Makes no sense. Now, that one definitely, to my eye, looks like the top of a building. I mean, just the top. Like, it should be this big again below ground. And you can see the way that the mud must have rolled in from this way, went down the hill, because you can see that it's cutting down there. And again, first story, front door. Crazy big building, but it really does look like it's the top of a building to me. Yeah, thank you, Darius. It really does. To the eye, if things got to be proportional and with symmetry. And if it's not like, it's got to be symmetry that way. Whoa, ka-ching, you got it. But what about here? It's just, the fucking thing hasn't tipped over. Look at the size of this. And when I seen that, my eyeballs came out like on the film Mask. I was like, is that a fasciste? And it is. It is a huge, giant fasciste. Yeah. The symbol for fascists, by the way, in the center of Baltimore. And look at the size of that block. Again, with these massive blocks, they have these ginormous windows. We'll look at some images of giants living alongside human beings later. Did they have these massive windows? Because in that time, before everything got killed and destroyed in the apocalypse, we were walking alongside with giants. I think it was. But remember, this is not as difficult as you might think to cover up history. and history goes to the winners, and they got all the education system. So they give us a history book, and that's your history, and you've got to agree with it, okay? But you do your research and you look at, some of the sources and the citations, and you find out that, if you do your own research, you're likely to come up with more than they can come up with if you know what to look for. Look at this groovy image. I love this. It exemplifies Tartaria, guys. It looks a bit China's pagoda, and it looks a bit Moorish. So they've mixed in a couple of feels on there. In fact, the whole thing is a mishmash of different cultures. You get down to here, you got the lower windows half cut by the look of them, but that is a special building. In fact, all the buildings look really cute around you, but that one is a special building. That's beautiful. And very unusual. We're going to see a lot of unusual buildings in this. And again, look at that for Tartaria. It literally feels like Tartaria. Oh my God, look at it. And in it groovy, our old photographs, that's more modern day. Old photographs look so much more atmospheric than photographs of the modern day. They don't have the same feeling. So electrification of Baltimore, one of the earliest, along with Buffalo and New York. You got the old ladder-lean sonic symbol there going on. And twin towers with these metal things. I can imagine this being in twin domes, just like a Van de Graaff generator in the past, when this would an active machine. That is a really unusual one. Druid Hill, interesting name. Mansion out in Druid Hill Park. So they do have druids, I guess, in America. I don't know. The Queen was one, the King's one, Winston Churchill was one. But the real druids were supposed to be the Welsh, supposed to be the Romans, tried to wipe them out on the last stand in Anglesey during the Boudica uprising. Check this corner building. So the frontage is a covering, isn't it? Part of the cover up. And a little bit of Phoenicianization going on there. And this is all red brick at the back. But that's a really nice building. Water heating. Fucking hell. Pretty advantage. Nice corner building, that one. Look at that one for a beautiful corner building. And look how mud flooded it looks, guys. Watch this, right? Comes down there. And then it goes down the hill. And all the windows are right down there as well. So they got windows down there. And the front door's up here. 2 stories below the main door, there's windows. So it goes down 2 stories because it looks like the whole thing's just the top again. And the just mind-blowing, this old architecture. It's just absolutely beautiful. So really, really stunning. And what we got here. So in a beautiful hotel, 100% Phoenician cover-up, 100% looks mud-flooded, and 100% looks old. That's a Tartarian cover-up. Okay, it's a nice old building. And Baltimore Post Office. Now, you need a massive building like that to post little paper letters and stick a stamp on it. Okay, they do parcels and that, I get it. But the post means past. I really do think these were maybe some Revalier point or somewhere where they went, or people when they arrive in this realm, for some sort of stamp their passport. You've arrived. Get off to the expositions. We'll give you your history. Your kids are going to be going to a run room, school room. They're going to be told what this place is. The rest, if you ain't got parents, and that's how many kids, they're going to be off to the asylums for full indoctrination and brainwashing. They will be released into the public. Many of them will go the wrong way. Many of them will do bad things and have short lives. Hardly any will make it. It's part of the system, but it gives you bad energy and icky energy, and that's what this beast protocol requires. We mustn't give it to it. We must tell it to fuck the fuck off, guys. It would be the most intelligent, rational, and logical thing to do, is not drag humanity to its demise. To survive for the future of our children and our grandchildren, if that's what we're supposed to be doing here anyway, which I doubt. Because I don't think this realm is anything like we say, or like they say. And this death narrative is sort of getting on my nerves now, because that's a cult in itself. And I can see how that's once working, aging. Oh, you're getting older. Oh, really? Oh, well, I don't actually give a fuck, and I'm not playing, and I'm not older at all, because I'm not. Yeah. So it's just bullshit. So this is Baltimore after the destruction of 1904, 2 years before San Francisco, and all around the same time, a lot of cities going up, guys. You know, the St. John's, and just crazy stories of how these things start. But I'm wondering how this thing, this beautiful Tartarian city, ends up in small, tiny bricklets. Just small, tiny bricks. Apparently, fire reduces large Tartarian massive stone structures into tiny little bricks. That's the city hall. Check that out, though. Hardly any people around. The streets are pretty barren. There's looks like they got tarmac down or something, but it's a cover up. But it's got the Greco-Roman frontage. The front doors are up there, 2 staircases up, as you can see. All these low windows. These are really old world buildings, guys. Most of them, you have got them. You know, they'll have a partial fake photographic record for the building of them, but you don't see it, guys. You do not see these buildings being built. The most you will see, and I will show you loads of examples in this, is the building could be equally refurbished. Check out the fasces. What are they saying, guys? What are the empire saying by having a giant fasces on a plinth that looks like what the Statue of Liberty stands on in miniature in the center of Baltimore? There's a statement there, all right, guys. Who yields the power? Who can reset this place? And there's St. Agnes Sanatorium again. Baltimore looks like one of these crazy big Tartarian style buildings. So, John Schumann, you just bought a book drive, which is good because I've got book drives ready to send off Monday. And I'm working on 3 devices all in one time to it takes actually 18 hours to download one drive of 47,000 images. It takes 18 hours. But I got it running thrice. So just stick with me, guys. You'll be getting your drive soon. And that's inside these giant buildings. What are these buildings? That is a repurposed building. This is a bank. And there's no way that they originally had these giant spaces for banks. These giant windows, all this light in just for banks. Makes no fucking sense. Yeah. They're supposed to be like tiny little, you know, Wild West banks to go and rob, like in Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. Not looking like that. And these giant buildings. Baltimore's got some unreal architecture. Again, classical frontage, covers all over the technology that would have been there before. And they keep doing this. So this is something I would like to reverse, is actually they're covering over a lot of the architecture, is, you know, bring it back. Get that place looking like it used to be. Beautiful, aesthetic, good for the soul, good for the consciousness. You know, they do, you know, it's all about shapes and symbols, as you know, with consciousness. They do an imprint on your consciousness. This is why the yin yang, the swastika, these images imprint so much on the consciousness. And buildings do exactly the same. If they're aesthetically pleasing, perfect balance, harmony, symmetry, etc., the mind will pick up on it. And that resonance that comes off of the stone, because a lot of it is crystalline by nature. So they got rid of it in a, you know, basically the genius of destruction. I noticed the Phoenicians took a clobber in as well. So that's an old savings bank. You find Metropolitan Savings. You'll find the corner ones on the corners of most streets in all cities, in fact. Ends up being banks, weirdly. Bank, another Phoenician maritime phrase, bank. Okay, so they had electrification early. Looks really nice. Illuminated during the celebrations of in Baltimore. Lovely Maryland. I thought this was amazing. It's pretty much tells us a lot. Mind blow with this. So they got the 2 pillars, but this is a Masonic arch. Star Spangled Banner Centennial in September the 6th, to the 13th in Baltimore. So it's an entire arch. So you got the two columns with the celestial spheres, Joachim and Bois, all the way down the avenue to this big knob thing at the end. And then you've got the compass, the Masonic compass, the imperial double-headed eagles, some heraldry, but a load of Illuminati or Masonic symbology. So not really secretive back then, is it? Who's putting the money in and who owns and running the show? But they're very secretive, so we don't know much about them, do we, really? Outside of pulling your pants leg up or something, and I don't even know what they do. Jumping up and down on one leg, make them do stupid shit. I don't know. It all looks a bit weird. I don't like the clothes anyway. Yeah. If you're going to have a secret organization, yeah, first thing you're going to do is get Hugo Boss to design your clothes like he did with the SS. Yeah, because I know they were a bit camp and stuff, but you got to admit he smashed it on the clothes. Yeah. So, yeah, get Hugo Boss to design your clothes if you're going to have a cult. I mean, secret organization. So the size of that. So St. John's Chapel or St. John Paul Jones. So he's not dead, the bass player of Led Zeppelin, and they put him in a chapel. Oh, that's sad. Thought he was playing with C6 Steve these days. Look at that. That's a nice picture, Baltimore. Trees look pretty new, but they got these highways already down, even though there's not many cars. Got tower blocks, some sort of returned Greco-Romano fronted building. Nice little photo. Must be high up wherever they are. Not too many cars, not too many people, but they have got an old Calvary Baptist church in Townsend, MD. What's that? Maryland. And there's inside it, which looks like, you know, a bit of ancient Europe and the domes, etc. But very Phoenician. And that is interior of the cathedral. And there it is, bird's eye view of the city of Baltimore, fantastically Tartarian, huge buildings. And in the next images, I'll be showing you all of that disappearing off the face of the earth. So what's all of this Roman stuff at the top? That's a giant chunk without any windows per se. The windows are there are really high up. The rest are mud flooded. What is that? Art gallery? Wouldn't you need light in an art gallery? I suggest if you get an art gallery, you're going to need loads of windows. Get windows. I know. So stupid. That looks mud flooded. That looks Asian. And it looks dirty as fuck. How'd it get so dirty? You see all of this in antiquity in horse and carriage days, and the buildings are bogging. It's like, all right, must be all the coal fires. So the school for the blind, isn't it remarkable how many blind are around in this period? And remember, you don't have to be nuts to go into an asylum, just an orphan, and then they throw you into the asylum. And why so many blind? Is this a nutritional thing, or is it something to do with the event? So many are blinded. But again, that's an ancient building to me. And that looks ancient. It really does. The Baltimore Museum looks ancient as fuck. And they got a Phoenician lion there as well, on with his foot on the wrecking ball. Yeah, the holy hand grenade. The size of that column. Wow, look at that. Is that in Washington Monument, Baltimore? Okay. So, wow, for Baltimore is all I can say. Buildings all up buried, and this thing is massive. And the base looks, like I said, a little bit similar to the base for Statue of Liberty. And you got this huge column and then a landing platform. That was for balloon landing. This was a balloon station. Tartaria. That's what I think. Maybe it goes deep underground. I think this all goes underground bunkers. See the siege machines? Corpus Christi Church, Baltimore. These here must be from the American Civil War. Siege machines, siege cannon. We're going to look at the biggest siege cannon on Earth later on in this post. It's a nice old English-looking church there, but it's not. It's in Baltimore. And there's their main streets. Look at the Tartar. Not too much activity, really. It's not packed. But look at these buildings. Holy hell. How'd they get all their materials? How'd you get them? You know, it's like if you got like horse and carriage, you're not going to make it difficult for yourself. You never see any of their craneage or how they're lifting. Ever. These giant columns. What are they? 20 foot, 30 foot for a story? And they get them right up in the air there. It's just beyond me. All on block and tackle and a pony, I guess. Probably. So that doesn't look old and dirty as fuck and mud flooded. So the train died, that looks dirty and old and mud flooded. Look at these columns, guys. It's just bogging. Looks really ancient. That shit has just not been built. It's all overgrown. Like no one gives a shit. The grass is overgrown here as well, and it's all mud flooded. Again, first story entrance, which is just the same as they do. And they got a beautiful little starfort, Easter Airways Inc. Oh, it's interesting. So, St. Augustine, Florida, is it? Yeah. Juicy. There's another starfort there. That's gone. And the outer bit's gone as well. There's just the inner bit there. But that was more expansive by the look of it. Starfortage. That one's in red brick. Like Fort Sumter. And courthouses, they're the same. I went to visited a courthouse in Denton in Texas when I was over there. And it just all got this Greco-Romano frontage. And whoa, there's that fasces. The size of it, it's mental. Battle monument, fasces, and it's got a battle monument and it's fasces. Charge! And the size of this building, whew, just massive and mud flooded looking. Again, Masonic temple. Wow, it's a big Masonic thing going on in this. So that's a temple. See, their buildings are weird. The Masonic temple in Cardiff, it looks like a shitty little building, but I bet they got like Caravaggios hanging up inside and masterworks and stuff. They're like that. But yeah, where the juice is, I don't know, because their places look crap. They don't flaunt it by the look of it. So what do they do with it all then? Plot. Or just get the fuck out of Dodge with their families before shit hits the fan. Eastern High School, Broadway, Look at that, red brick, Greco-Romano front, and like I said, schools. But look at that, the windows are just cut in half all the way down. That's just mental. That looks like a bit of a Buckingham Palace going on there. Massive sort of plinth for it. Sunken gardens. Right, so this is the street level and the gardens are sunken. Right, so these arches are going under the road. Okay, yeah. Okay. Scottish Rite of Freemasonry in Baltimore. No shit. Well, you get the Scottish Rite or the York Rites, don't you, in Freemasons? And they're like, you know, there's definitely no doubt in my mind that there's a connection with all of their agendas, you know, and there is a Freemasonic code with it all. You know, you only got to watch, like, I don't watch these programs, just giving you an example. X Factor, Simon Cowell, with his Masonic symbology and his Masonic symbol on his speedboat, stuff like that. And, you know, it's just, and the royal family with their doctors and nurses all being Masonic, and Prince Michael of Kent, who's been a leader of them. And it's just, it gives you a bad taste. It's like, fuck me, they're a dodgy lot. It's like they ain't got any hippies, I noticed. They might have hippies in the Masons. I doubt it, though. I think they have stoner hippies in the Masons. Fucking doubt it. So the armory. How old is the armory? And why is it looking like it's from the ancient world? Look at the size of it. It really looks ancient. And that stonework, fucking hell, grey granite. How old is it? Massive dome top armory. This is a brilliant one. Look at this. City Hospital. Like I said, they grabbed the best buildings, police stations as well. They do the same. When I went to Czech Republic last year, the police had all the best Tartarian buildings, the courts were the best Italian buildings, and the government, they just grabbed the best buildings basically. But look at this. So the mud comes down a hill, boom, 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 and the windows are all down there that low. So, wow, how deep is that? Down to there, all that extra mud. That is nuts. Size of that building too. So yeah, Baltimore's fantastic. I really enjoyed them. Thought they were really good examples of Tartar. I did. But then it was 1904, 2 years before San Francisco, and this happens. It just shocks me every time to think the scale and everything falling in its footprint and everything in tiny little bricklets. How is that even possible? That is a creepy image. That's the thumbnail for this video. It gives you an example, beautiful examples of Tartaria in the background, here, but classical covering, and everything else is just disintegrated into stones. Not that we could replicate this experiment and burn a large granite classical building down to find out if it actually disintegrates into small bricks. That would be interesting to find out. You see an arch there. It's at lower levels. Interesting. Creepy too. So I noticed, the main civic hall or the town hall survived in this. So it seems to be selective. There seems to be a threshold, a bit like with aerial bombardment in World War II. That seems pretty selective. They'd like to say that it was people putting markers, flying over and putting markers in the bomb designated areas, but I think that's bullshit. I think there was something definitely else going on, and of course getting rid of architecture. So this looks like worse than Berlin 1945, wouldn't you agree? It looks a lot worse. It looks more like Nagasaki. So this fire came through. It turned massive masonry buildings into nothing. What's that? A column. But it didn't touch the telegraph poles that were made of wood. They didn't burn right next to it. The roads, total mud and shit. Yeah, at the end of this, you got a big skyscraper and another one. And whatever is missing here looks like 9/11. It is absolutely apocalyptic in that picture. Just looks like war. That is unreal. So whatever happened there, it didn't affect any of the wires or telegraph poles. That building there is gutted completely. Everything just falls into tiny little bricks. But they do admit, like they do with San Francisco, some of it was deliberate. Look at that. So nobody finds it creepy that most American cities are completely destroyed in the 1800s or early 1900s, and then all of that activity of burning cities to the ground stops dead and is not replicated. And this example of all of these destructed American cities is only replicated in what we find in Europe and some of it in the Middle East. It's just fucking creepy, guys. So they admit that they fire controlled. So in the waterfront section, conflagration made it last onslaught. A lumberyard, shipping buildings quickly wiped out. No shit. Baltimore's lost 300 million in business. So it always seems to be the business sector. I wonder if their firemen had skirts on. Business sectors that get wiped out. Same for Boston. Look at that, guys. Turns it into tiny little bricks. And they got like a fasces in the center of Baltimore. Oh. So the ruins of the big fire of the 7th and the 8th, 1904. There's a big Greco-Romano temple. It's crazy, isn't it, guys? Absolutely crazy. And it's like a replicated thing that we see in the San Francisco images that I show you. Is a ton of people that don't look like they've been through Armageddon, all walking in one direction, all with no bags, not really, maybe that girl and a doll, But it's like their arrivals and they go into their new designated places. And look at that Rome frontage on that building there. All that's left. So sinister. Look at that. Size of these mud flooders. And see the little one down there. But the center, bricks. Tiny little bricks, guys. I put it to you that it's some technology that is done there. Fasces technology. Here's another example which blew my mind. And this is why. So this is Deadwood. Okay. And Deadwood, South Dakota. So it's not what I thought of South Dakota. Not that I know anything about it, really. But it's like the Wild West. They got like all of these trenches dug. What is that across there? It's just mud floor, and a whole lot of fuck-uppery. And what you would expect to see in the Wild West, which is saloons, etc. Okay, it's a mining town. But then they got this. Gigantic chunks of masonry with a classical theme or Tartarian theme. Yeah, mud flooded, dirty as fuck. When was it built? It's all stinking. And they've already bricked up a window. What did they have? Room tax, window tax. The size of these. Mud outside, no infrastructure, and stairs going down here to two doors, one there and one there, below ground level, because they would have been the original doors. And you got these gantries here that might have been for old transport, and they say 1889 for that building. Yeah, when it was refurbished, it looks old. Look at that. It's bloody filthy. Again, with the post offices, they need a massive palace for the post office. It's dirty. And look at the windows down there. It's just ridiculous. So I've never seen a building like that in my whole life. It's in the days of the motor car. I was still in Deadwood, and they got that massive thing there, which has like a Tudor toppage. So disproportionate, overweighted, wooden, Tudor, English style toppage on a massive square building, which looks like it was built for giants. Just ridiculous. I don't know. So, there's Main Street, a few motor cars buzzing up and down. Again, a few more brick buildings from when it was all fuckery. But look, Sanatorium buildings everywhere. Bird's eye view. How are they up there? It's been a really high building. They're up on the hill. Oh, that looks like that's a town that's been dug out of the mud. And what an unfortunate name for a town as well, Deadwood, isn't it? Just saying. So, Carnegie, there you are. So, Deadwood. So, Carnegie's got his dirty mitts in there as well. They give him a library. 1903. Worth 15 grand. There it is there. Oh, shit, right. Did you find that then? Because it looks friggin' ancient. 1905, Little Greco Romano building, and it looks ancient. Carnegie, definitely a big part of this whole Phoenician paradigm that they've brought in. Yeehaw! So Deadwood had a stagecoach, and Adam Memorial Museum, which is a cute little fort-looking thing. And they'd had some of these. This was found inside one of the houses in Deadwood. And this is an old world heater or cooker, if you like. It's difficult to determine whether it's radiation technology. But it is beautifully ornamental. As you burn wood under there or what have you. And it just heats your foods up and all juicy heat. But why so beautiful? There's even a heat plate, a hot plate on top, or a couple of hot plates. It's definitely got like Anderon style things on the corner here, 4 of them, which would suggest some sort of technology, I think. So look at that building. That's good, isn't it? So that's definitely had a cover up on the front and added pillars and stuff. The doors downstairs. And then you got like the muds coming down here, and you got windows all the way. So basically, you cut all of that away, this building's like that low under there, under the road. Just crazy old mud flood building. So there is a panoramic. What the building is there, I haven't got a clue. It looks Moorish. Definitely got a sort of an Arabian feel to it. In Deadwood. Radio City, does that say? Anyway, they've only got dirt and horses and buggies. And these buildings already look giant windows, giant doors, look proper old, I would say. So, how many of you watching? 720. That's absolutely fabulous. We're going to come back. These are my mind blows that I'm going to show you in a second. But I'm going to come back and check some of you peeps and see if everything's Irie, like you do. Maticus Faticus. Nearly 800 watching. Good to see you all, guys. Thanks for popping by. Fancy Opium Den. We're going to show in some of the examples in India. It's just the thing is, what you picture for India is a shit ton of people. But these pictures in the late 1800s or mid 1800s and not showing any people, hardly. But replicated architecture, like what I just showed you guys. Some of the examples in America are replicated in India. And I'll show you many other examples. But some of the pictures that come up out of Kolkata, Lucknow, and it looks like the end of the world has happened. It's just, I don't know. Jabba's Justice. LFX, good to see you. Welcome to Silver. Squirrel Vibes is in the house, bringing the lovely, happy vibes. So, do you like flat today? Yeah, no, YouTube's got like a YouTube weird thing going on with the icky vibes, hasn't it? They all talk bollocks and people crank up and talk bollocks about other people and stuff. Yeah, and bad energy and talk about like stuff that they've heard in the news on Google. Ugh. So, Osiris One, good to see you. Small Town Girl, good to see you. War of Truth, good to see you. Alan and Rack. And JKM, good to see you. And Solvermist. And Inky. And Supernatural Life. And Krampus. Okay, we're going to get back into the juice because I've got quite a bit to get through, guys. It's going to take a little bit of a while. Otherwise, Stan, Pamela, woohoo. Nana knows Shift. Aya Nana. It's not my Nana. It's everyone's Nana today. Donna, good to see you. So, bringing the love, the upper vibrational spirit, okay, of epicness. I feel good. Radium, that was the word I was looking for. My brain went to shit, Small Town Girls. I'm sure you all noticed. Couldn't think of the word. Grady, good to see you. And Cheryl Bailey. Like and smash, yeah. Definitely subscribe. Like I said, 10,000 are going to watch this. Definitely subscribe to this channel, because you're going to see all the shit that's going to come down. It's going to be brilliant, guys. There is epicness on a level that you will not even imagine. You do not want to miss this. And the way to not miss it is subscribe, click that bell for all notifications, because it's not easy to get notification of anything Flat Earth British. Hi, Liddy. Iraq. Hi, Kenneth. Okay. Just JP's in the house. And lovely India Wilson is in the house. And Big Kush. I like Big Kush. Okay, let's get back into the juice. So we're going to look at some late Victorian images of India, which are mind-blowing. And it looks like Armageddon has happened. It's really creepy, some of them. So Bombay, Calcutta. Sure you know the story of the Black Hole of Calcutta by now. Sort of gives you one version of what India is like in your Brian. But then you see this, which is the same again as what we just witnessed in America, is these giant domed, columned Greco-Romano buildings in Calcutta. And look at this. So, like I said, there's a couple of buggies, 3 buggies, and there's not many people. You usually imagine hundreds and hundreds of people on the streets in India. It's not what we found back then. This building, it looks like some pancreas station. It's got a somatic pattern thing going on in its giant tower. Wrought iron on the top. Antiquitech all over. It's bristling with Antiquitech. It's a fantastic building. But no one about. And that's the High Court. Like I said, they grabbed the best buildings. Again, this is India. Yeah. Rome is everywhere. The Phoenicians, they built the Great Wall. They came right across the Silk Road and down into the sub-Saharan continents, which I'm going to show you examples of right the way through. The Phoenicians took over this realm. So it's not a temple, a Greco-Romano temple in India, yeah, attributed to being built by the British, because there's only these built here. Fascia columns, 4 of them, and look at the decoration on this beautiful frontage building, Greco-Romano style. Oh, again, fascias, Masonic feel, pillars, etc. Look at that. Look at that. Well, I bet there was something inside there. Look at the layers. And that giant thing with aerials on the top. This is a horse and cart days. Beautiful little temple going on there. Crazy fortage up on the hill. Wow. Each picture tells 1,000 words. There's like a dome thing there, or just a smooth bit. See that? It's reflecting anyway. It's just like a smooth bit. So that's what you'd expect a Kolkata, isn't it? People in the streets, shit everywhere and stuff. But it looks like a bit of England, really, down the end. There's a wood everywhere. 2 people, a few carts. It's not teeming with people, not really. But there are a few about. Central Kolkata. And that's looking a little bit more industrial. Taking a dip in the Ganges. 4 Angels technology on there. I bet there's loads of tech along here and water structuring facilities, which I think is what the Taj Mahal was in the first place. So what's happened here? Now, you don't see British soldiers. So I'm feeling that it's the massacre at Lucknow in some of these images, but some of them are Kolkata as well, where they show you heavily machine guns or whatever buildings. And these are Indian soldiers. Who are they fighting? They're not fighting the British, are they? Because they're on the British side fighting the thuggies or whoever come up against the Raj in that uprising. Okay. This is a mind-blowing image. This is a mind-blowing image. Look at it. So whatever happened to this world has just happened. And they're in the footprint of it. The mess on this floor, the cobbles have been laid, and the decoration in this, it's been really badly damaged. But the size of that, that's holding up the top of a roof or another floor of a building that's going to be completely destroyed. That's a really mind-blowing image, that one. So yeah, these images are 1881. So reasonably early. This looks like a Greco-Romano building. Nothing happening outside. Everything is not being maintained. It's all overgrown. And the building looks like it's been destroyed and burnt a long time ago. I noticed that didn't turn into little tiny bricks. Did it? What's done it? This is a Greco-Romano building. What's done it? The genius of destruction has done it. What do you think happened there? No, I do see British soldiers there. The one with the pith helmet and the one sitting on the floor. 2 guys sitting on the floor are British. Some of them may be Indian. Maybe him. What happened to that building? Well, it looks like it's had a fucking 1,000 howitzers firing at it. It's fucking disintegrated, isn't it? So, probably the uprising. Or the look-alike. This thing has been wiped off the face of the earth. So, you see all the temples in the background. Everything in the foreground is destruction, but the trees are still there. Everything in the foreground is remaining masonry and mud. It's just mind-blowing, that one. Again. So it looks like we got 1 Brit with a pith helmet and no, 2 Brits and an Indian. So I'm guessing neither side apparently did that, did they? Or did the British do that? That level of destruction. They could count 1,000 bullet holes in there, guys. It's a massive war. What the fuck happened, guys? And again, that's the top of a door. Mud flood world. Mud flooded building, would you disagree? Filthy dirty, looking ancient. And that's in Lucknow, where the destruction of Lucknow happened. There's skulls all over the street. That is mind-blowing. That looks 100% like the top of a building. The staircase goes up to the first story. It's just a mind-blowing. And there's this wheel. The dome's all like sort of got like bristling stuff and this comb thing on the top. And you've got this giant wheel with things behind it. I don't know what it is. I've never seen anything like it. It reminds me a bit like the Winchester's house in California, this image. But again, you know, there's something going on. There's the outside, the infrastructure. There's no road leading up to it, no path leading up to it, really, outside of cutting across the grass. It really does feel like they found this building, like they found them all in the reset world, guys. India, the whole world, guys. How do you explain that? This up here is the road. Can you see that? That up there is the road. All of this is down below ground level. And you have to walk from the road down here, and there's an entire world down below ground level. There is the road up there. There is the road up there. What do you make of that, guys? Yeah, no. Mind blow. Absolutely mind blowing. Again, look, you know, this architecture is superior, guys. And then they got this shitty old tin shack against it and nothing but grass and rubble outside. You know, that building, how'd they get the materials there on them little carts there and build this superior architecture? Which some architects put like divine principles in. I can see that right from here. It just makes no sense, guys. And where's that? What's that dome thing? But that's tin shack thing, I don't know. It's just against it. It looks fucking terrible. I don't know what to make of that. The principal building, Great Imambara. Okay, it is just a crazy big building. Let's move on. So, what happened here? Well, the entire city, I think this is Lucknow, is completely wiped out. It looks like Hiroshima or something. There's a big, giant Roman-style arch that looks like it's in Hiroshima or something, with all big stones and rubble. And it really, really looks like there's another arch, which is partially melted and mud flooded just behind it. And the whole place looks like part of Hiroshima. What do you make of that? So it's America, India at the same time. The photographic record shows hardly any people around. And this, perfect example. So this is the top of some sort of church machine. Yeah. They've just found it. They're camped outside. They're not staying in the church. They're camped outside. There's a ladder to get up into it because the window up on the first level is the only way in. Apparently, there's a door there. So it goes, they go on the old ladder, and they found this tent outside. It's a killer. Look at that on top, guys. 4-angel technology. Again, with the fasces going on. Phoenicians, mermaids, mermen, and fasces with some Phoenician tosspot on top, or whatever. Again, this is like surely in Lucknow. They got cannonballs everywhere piled up. Not that many British soldiers. This building is just incredible and in shit, in mud, no paths leading up to it, no road leading up to it. Just like they found it. It's all boarded up here. Creepy pictures. And that's Bombay. Bombay, massive city, has all sorts of Tartarian architecture. They have that Taj Mahal Hotel, which had that apparent terrorist thing a few years ago, but the building is second to none. So a little Greco-Romano temple thing going on there, and some nice buildings, but it's all just shit. Everything's mud outside. They got English little churches, Romanesque frontage. It's an unusual spire on that one. You can see that. A bit too see-through. Look at that, guys. Bombay. So this looks to be a permanent road outside, maybe. Some infrastructure, but wow, guys, look at the antiquitech on it. It looks a bit like, I don't know, some of the railway stations that we see. Maybe Melbourne's railway station, maybe St Pancras, maybe Regent's Palace in Brighton, that sort of feel to it all. But fucking hell, look at that. Wow. And they attribute all of the British to actually building all of this caper. Look at that. That's a big building. Oh, Antiquitech off domes, off aesthetics, it's technology. Whoa. That's a bit like some of the examples in America, the corner thing. 2 domes here, dome on there. Man, oh man, oh man. That is a full Antiquitech building. It's crazy good. Massive tower, disproportionate. Looks like half of it's buried. There is an older depiction. The Wilson Mission in Bombay. Look at all that on there, guys. You see all that? Just spiky stuff, and then more spiky stuff on that tower. Jeez. And on there. Shows a clearer image. That looks like mad Antiquitech. Crazy. Look at that. Okay. So they got a space program now. They built all this fine shit. And now they got a space program. Yeah, they dropping Hitler's curry off to the moon. He's living inside there. All the Nazis in there, you know that. And check that out though, that umbrella thing with all the tassels. So they're all wires, and they literally pick up a charge from the subtle ethers, the like literally warm winds blow through subtle energies. These will create a charge, these tassely bits. That's unbelievable. 4 angel technology. One there, beautiful dome. Minarets. That looks like a hollow building, though, doesn't it? You can see straight through it. Can you see that? This long building. You seem to be able to see it's blackened there, and you seem to be able to see straight through it there. It looks gutted. It's interesting. So yeah, India. Look like something really, really bad. No, let's have a look at some abstract art and some Renaissance art and some post-Raphaelite art. Some of it sexy. So this is a really good one. The apparition. So is it possible that some entity that can burst through from their dimension, stick their head through a portal in this dimension, and say stuff like, you know, fucking hell, she's hot. That's what that face is. Wow, she's got hardly anything on. Jesus Christ, I can see her Nellies, is what he's thinking. Oh, and no, what he said, actually, I'll rephrase that. Holy me, I can see her Nellies. She's like, are you looking at my Nellies? He's like, who, me? No, I'm the son of God. I wouldn't do that. Honestly, I repent. You mean masturbate, don't you? No, I mean repent. That's trippy. That looks like LSD back there. Don't know what's going on. That is really trippy picture, that, isn't it? Got dog down there. Doesn't look nice, doggage, but, you know. And blood pouring out of an interdimensional visitor. But I can imagine interdimensional visitors having a wrong attitude. They need to be more this realm-like. So more not give a fucking less with the rules already thing going on. If they try and lay any rules down or telling us what to do. We're not happy with you. You don't seem to be doing as well as you should. Attitude. It's like, well, yeah. Have you seen the load of tosspots we got fucking ruling us? You get rid of them, put a load of peaceful hippie types in, clean the place up, get rid of corporations, big family, etc., and everything else, and everything will be awesome again. Is it? Can we do that? Yes, okay. Epic. Bring me your women. No. So these are sirens. Now, I find a fascinating fact is this. So the police, right, they get a 911 call, yeah? There's a 110 I don't know, a 420 going on Main Street, yeah? Some gnarly crime going on Main Street, yeah? The criminals, the perps, are holding up a bank, yeah? They're going to execute all of their victims any second. So what you do is this, is you put on your siren, Okay. And then they gives them plenty of chance to run away. So why do the police have sirens? To alert the criminals so that they're coming. You know, even if they arrested a criminal and, you know, and said, we only just caught you. It's like, yeah, thanks for the solid, mate. What you mean? Well, the siren to tell us you were on your way and give us time to fuck off. You're really kind when you do that. Something with that, guys. It's like, nee, everybody out of the way, and we'll tell the enemy or the perps that we're on the way to nick them. Makes no fucking sense. They should have silence, sneak up on the enemy. Yeah, fucking hell. Police need to read Sangsu. So I don't like the look of this bird. I think she might be Lilith. I think she got a bit of the devil's going on about her. Don't know. Don't like that snake either. I like snakes, but not her. Use Lucifer, yeah, to reset the place. I think it's a weapon, you know. I think the Lucifer's a weapon. I'm definitely convinced by that by now. The dragons may not be all bad. You always see like evil, fucked up Phoenicians killing dragons, and people try to maybe protect dragons. I'm thinking the dragons got bad press. They might not be bad. That's what I'm thinking. Okay, basically, because you get a lot of evil fuckers killing dragons, and I'm thinking, I don't know. Anyway, blinded by the light. It's the eagle that blinds you. In the reset, that's what's going to be. It's going to be like a Phoenix phenomena type of thing with all blinded, all dead. You might not know anything about it because your consciousness will probably be lifted by your body, so you don't have to feel any like direct pain. A bit like rapture sort of thing. Or not. You just like literally feel every single bit of that pain. But it won't matter because it won't last for long to be dead. Anyway, see what I mean? So, all right, there's bad press with these dragons. They're munching on humans, okay? And they've been eating humans. And this guy, yeah, he's got like dragon slaying gear on, which is basically they got no clothes. Have they got nowhere to dress? No shops in the antique world to buy cacks. Anyway, so yeah, I'm thinking it's all bad press. So this is an interesting picture. She's really upset because she's given birth to an alien grey. That time she was abducted, that time she thought it was a dream. She got impregnated by alien greys, not grey, greys. And the next thing you know, she's like, oh, I've got a bit of wind. But it's not. It was alien grey baby growing inside you, a chest burster. Yeah? With superior intelligence, thankfully. Okay. So we'd have to look at it twice, but I think it's a photograph from inside the female anatomy. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. That's good, isn't it? It's very technical, isn't it? Lots of bits and crooks and crannies and things. Sorry. Anyway. Oh, woe is me, woe is me. When is the clothes shops going to be invented? I'm bastard freezing. Don't worry, they'll invent CNA for you to buy some clothes, and then that will be replaced by another company, whose name I don't want to mention. You know, they had the mermaids. They were definitely, they came from the deep. Once they get out of the water, they like Daryl Hannah, perfect example of how the shit goes down. Yeah. So this is in your dreams, okay? She's coming to visit you. I dreamt of a lady made of mirrors the other night, 3 nights ago. And she had a mirror suit on or made of mirrors, and she was made of mirrors as well. It's really weird. A bit like Metropolis. My dream went into like a monochrome, like the film Metropolis in my dream. And even in the dream, I thought, oh, she was really like in Metropolis there. That was weird. I even thought that in the dream. Anyway, nice jugs and wings. So what's going on here? Oh, there's a load of bacchosites. So something really bad happened. A, they never got any clothes on. 2 comes after B. Doesn't matter. They're all disfigured and weird. They don't do muscles like normal. They have all like blubby bits and stuff. There's Bacchus with his lovely hairdo. And yeah, toke this and shut the fuck up. Oh, that's better. Oh, you love me. Play with my hair, rub my belly, rub my winnie. And yeah, sniff this. Oh, fucking hell. I think that's what he's got glasses on. He's got glasses on. Right, that's weird. He's got glasses on. This is a Renaissance artwork. And of course, the criminally insane Cherupanouskis. They'll sneak up on you and slit your throat. Don't even trust them. Okay. So here's Canto and his little voyage across the Sea of Souls from the apocalypse in Dante's Inferno. Soon he's going to have to save up his money to give to the ferryman so he can go down into hell, which is upside down, which is probably heaven. Everything's reversed. Heaven and hell, devils and angels and all of that is Hollywood. So yeah, this is what happens. Oh, I was a total shit. Oh, fuck, all that fucking naughtiness I did when I was alive. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have done that. Maybe I should have done that. What's going to happen? Going to be ripped apart and fucking devil bummed. I don't know. It's fucking stupid, all of it, and childish. Right. Obviously, this is astronomically connected, I'm thinking, Orion. But look at him. Fucking evil. And look at that one. From Renaissance art. She's got a load of animals attached to her. Wow, that's freaky, isn't it? He looks a bit Roman devil. Got the old red wings going on. It's not a good advert. He's got wing boots, like Mercury. And he's got claws and talons. Oh, mate, you need to cut your fucking toenails. Jeez. Oh, so this is what you get. Is you get Bacchus. This is young Bacchus. Oh, is she asleep? Oh, quick, before she wakes up. He's going to cop a feel. So what my question is if you go out into the wilderness, yeah, I think I'll just take a nap here, naked. Yeah, that's not a good plan. Yeah, you need some clothes on. You know, we've seen the Hollywood films. Things go bad. Yeah. So here are some sirens going hunting because they have to eat as well, and they have hunting dogs. Yeah, and again, they don't need any clothes. They come up onto land and they're just chicks. They lose their fishy bits, you see, and then it's just turned into chicks. So fucking epic, isn't it? So here's a siren. She hasn't changed yet, but the top bit is awesome. She's a young fisherman. He's gonna drown any fucking way. She's like, no, don't drown. We don't see much action around here. It's all girls. This is a painting from the 1850s of Antarctica. Curious. This is supposed to be Mount Erebus. Looks nothing like it. And Mount Terror. Looks nothing like it. And the ships Erebus and Terror. Wink, wink. And seabirds. No, you're not supposed to have any seabirds in Antarctica. Yeah, you've got penguins, apparently. I bet you ship them in. Look at all the birds there. Flocks and flocks of birds in Antarctica. Makes no fucking sense. Stop lying, wankers. So again, now, is it me or does that dragon look cute? Like he's done nothing wrong? Who, me? Be like Dylan off the Magic Roundabout Buzz. And he's protecting this lady who's scantily dressed, and she's what looks like a horny Roman who's got a lance. Yeah, you know what I mean? So that's not good. But the dragon's like, I'll get him. I'll fuck. So how come dragons are all got bad press and all bad enough? I put it to you, the dragons might have been protecting us from the evil Phoenicians. I had an auntie like this once. Well, I did when I dropped acid and looked at her. She looked like that all day, and I just had to conduct myself normally, like nothing was going on. Are you all right, Martin? Why are you holding on to the wall? Nothing, auntie. Nothing. So here they are, the apocalyptic bastards. Yeah, death, all Father Time, and she's Diesel. You know she's bad shit's going to go down with her. And again, if you're going to be, that's like a Masonic G. If you're going to be laying down in the apocalypse, yeah, don't do it with your ass sticking in the air. It's good advice. Just saying. So these humans, what's that? Oh, it's really, it's partially fleshed. So you've all seen the film Hellraiser, haven't you? He's got to eat people to get flesh. Maybe they did that. because these people haven't got much flesh on them, and they've got to eat people to get flesh. And there's lots of like really long penises. There's another one there. He's like, oh, the bottom half's looking good, or the bottom half is looking good, and the top half's you got to eat some more brains, Brian's. Cut your fucking nails. Okay. And there's a willy there as well, attached to him. So his bottom half's really good, but his top half is fucked. He's got weird ears. So, hope you feel better after looking at that. That was weird, wasn't it? Yeah, that was weird. You're more weird. Just the apocalypse. This is what goes down. So it's screaming banshee birds, loads of crazy fuckers like that. Yeah. And these two going, boo. Superheroes, basically. From another realm. They got good abilities, but we're getting abilities better. We'll be able to fuck them up. Yeah? Just saying. So what's going on with this? Oh, okay. This is apparently the devil. Okay. And this is basically his harem. Because if you're the devil, you're going to have women. And he keeps them in water all nice and fresh. I don't know. But they're in there. There they are. And they don't look mistreated or anything. They look happy. They look happy, if anything, and healthy. Well fed. So it's pretty bad press about like Satan's harem there, maybe. Maybe I've never heard anything about it or not. So. And use a fairy. Now, fairies not to be mistaken with angels. Fairies are definitely a thing because my mother seen one coming up from the drain, buzzed in front of her face, looked at it and went back down the drain. She said it was a little fairy woman. Fairy. So I believe my mother. So she had no reason to lie. Plus, she wasn't much of a liar either. So that was cool. So I'm thinking that happened. So I'm thinking fairy circles. Yeah, fucking, they're a thing. So 684 of you watching. Thank you so much. Would you please click that like if you like my video. Share this video if you like, if you think it's shareable. Okay, it's not too bad. Look, no Lady Garden in that. I think that one's devil too. Oh, hang on a minute. Right. So what's going on here? It looks like it might be a bit of carnage. So what this guy, he's like Xerxes. He wants all like gnarly stuff happening around him. And gimps and stuff. There's a green man here. Can you see him? God, it's a bit like that cafe on Star Trek or Star Wars. So here you are, sire. Here's another one. Chuck it up here. With all there's all treasure. She's like, oh my God, I'm knackered. These ones are just hanging around for later. And this one been offered to the Uga boss. Okay. Who seems to be a bit of a shit. He's gone all crazy on the money and stuff. Yeah, well, once they're corrupt absolutely, don't they? Look at this one. He's got horns. And he's staring at her titties, look. See? It's disgusting, isn't it? It's disgusting art. They must have been really sexually repressed, these Middle Ages people, these monks and stuff. Look at this one, look. This lady, she's taking on all end demons. Jim Henson ones, they look like. Oh, like Labyrinth or Dark Crystal. Yeah, don't hit that bat. I like bats. Okay, we're moving on. Homo. Yeah, so that's all right, is it, in the Renaissance art? But you ain't allowed to say anything about like pride things and stuff and all of that weird stuff going on and firemen wearing skirts and stuff, are you? But in Renaissance art, yeah, they put the homo under a tree and tell everyone, you homo, like him over there. And here we got, there's Lilia. She's still got a bit of a lizardy thing going on. Adam and Eve there. Eve's looking good. And Mr. Impercation is the snake around this. Create a charge. Everyone's dropping dead. Serpent, EMFs. And some pesky angel in the sky dropping shit. Okay, there's always some weird shit going on in the sky with these lot. And an England football supporter, Victoria Nostra, who's just come up from the coffin, rose from the dead. That's always going to be questionable. Look at that. Oh,
That's John the Baptist. There's Bappo. Bappo. Okay, that's Bappo. You're going to get your head chopped. Don't tip him off, man. Spoil history. If you're going to go and do time traveling, yeah, don't shag your grandmother, because she's the grandmother paradox. Even if she is hot as fuck and you don't know she's a grandmother, just be careful. Just be careful. Okay. Having said that, I think shagging your grandmother paradox is a definite thing you should do. No, because it will make you born. If you don't go through that procedure, you will cease to exist, literally disappear from your photographs. We've all seen Back to the Future. We know this shit works. Oh, there's Moses. Lex. Yeah, kiss the laws. Thou shalt not kill. Yeah. Thou shalt not masturbate. Okay. Here, kind sir. Thank you for bringing me all of that lovely money. It was my pleasure. What are you doing later? Not much, ma'am. Oh, good. Because she's fluffy and ginger and fluffy. Yeah, she's got lovely seats. They got, in this era that never really existed of like pre-Raphaelite art. They look really fluffy. They got nice shit going on. Oh, look, Rome Burns. All the so Nero fiddles and all the classical Will Burns. So what Nero fiddled? So he made a vibrational sound that made everything go. Zzz. Oh shit, it's the end of the world again. Yeah, happens every time. Don't worry about it. It's not something you should be concerned with. You should be happy. Okay, you won't know too much about it, like I said. Fuck it all anyway. Because this realm is nothing like you think it is. Anyway, let's move on. So let's have a look at Madison. This is in Wisconsin. This isn't a picture of it, actually. This is under the Brooklyn Bridge. And I find it fascinating that you got an amazing architectural feat like the Brooklyn Bridge. And this is what's happening underneath it. It's a fucking mess. And that building there looks mudded. Built at the same time as the Tower Bridge in London. It couldn't be more dissimilar. Do a comparison shortly. So that is an unusual mud flood photo. So what you find in this Madison is they got massive Tartarian buildings, Greco-Romana buildings, and they all are like they're in mud. That looks like it's in mud. Just built? Don't know. So it looks like it's had a big, this one is Burlington Freight Depot in Kansas. And they've had a big flood. But the buildings, massive. So they're not all. This one's Arkansas City, Kansas. Some of them are Kansas, some of them are other. But again, looking mud flooded. First floor. God is love. I think that was a mistranslation. I think what they said is God is above. Okay, look at the size of that. I wonder what it is. There's only one horse and cart there. One horse, one man. And it's massive. It's got these things all the way along on the top. And it's massive aerials. See the railway station? It is Convention Halt. It could be a railway station there. Okay. So this is my point. So they're saying that they built this building here, this with the Corinthian tops, arches, and it looks mud flooded, first floor, and everything is just fucked. Yeah, that building next to it looks proper old. And in the forecourt, you can see what looks like building stuff, which also looks fucked. Bits of stone, and it's just a real mess outside. And they got a crane. And the roof looks to me like there might be burnt joists and stuff to me because it's black. Okay. And wood is not that black. So I'm thinking this is more a refurbishment picture. Okay. Rather than they built it from the bottom up because it's already there, isn't it? And there's damage here. The entrance into the building should be the first thing you finish, wouldn't you think? So you can get in and out of there. Just saying. And they all look mud flooded again, and this one. They're always there already. Look at that one. And what's all this on there? Look at that. That's that same convention hall, look. That'd be a good place for a meet. Look at this. Again with them tassely bits. like we've seen in India. That's a nice picture. Lots of activity. No cars as yet. Giant buildings. Okay, look at that one, guys. It's out in the middle of nowhere again. Definite mud flood. It looks like the top of a building, but this old detail up there looks lovely. Lovely old building. Look at that one. That's a brilliant one, that is. It definitely looks like it's just the top of a building. Why did they have all of this massive bulk here with the veranda? Probably dropping off with balloons or some ancient, electric railway link. But again, massive domes, looks like half a dome. So it's been added or something. I don't know, something going on with that building. Massive tower to it though. And that's Kansas City as well, Missouri. And the museum, they grab all the best ones. Look at how thin that building is. First National Bank, again, looks like a Greco-Roman temple. Kansas City. Sorry. Some are Missouri, some are Kansas City. And this is interesting because they say Kansas City, 1855. Yeah, that's like the Wild West days. Look at all these. They got Crystal Palace Exposition. This, that. Old churches, that building we just looked at. 1855. Jesus. Look at that then. Really, really nice. And again, it's mud flooded. Same architecture everywhere, isn't it? Look at that for the size of a building. And all the juice, like all of the decorations, always up on top when no one ever sees it. And it seems to like come down like in a wedge shape. I think that's optical. But you definitely see some sort of windows down there. Even some of these skyscrapers or world, I really do feel. Look at that thing. So doesn't fit. Second Church of Christ Scientists. Oh, fucking hell. So, Christ Scientists. I wonder what they do. Owl Cigars. Oh, there's a bit of a code in there with the owlage. So look. Kansas City. That looks amazing. Look at that building there. God, they always look more, like I said, more atmospheric in these old photos. That's a glass plate image. Looks to be electric tramage, indeed. Cool. I'd love to time travel, would you guys? Fucking my favorite thing to ever do that would be. Go and find out what's happening in these other realms, because they had a Rome world running here not long ago. Just like in Westworld, Rome world. Well, Westworld probably, I don't know. All the film sets seem to be still left from previous films. This one. What if that's the thing, though? We're just in a Truman Show style thing for the entertainment of some weird futuristic fucking race. And that's their thing, where their Big Brother show, where they watch us, fuck with us, do stuff. Look at the size of that. You got a lot of food there in Kansas City. So that's nice. It's nice. That looks mud flooded. Big. The size of that place then, guys. The windows. The people. Size of the windows. It's just nuts. That's an engraving though. Look at that one. Jeez, that's a good quality image, that is. The trees look relatively new. There's only one coal fire going in there. They've got central heating, but the thing looks old world. First story. Entrance. Look at the size of that one there. This one's freaky. Look at the size of that entrance. Let's have a look. Okay. Wow, there's a lot of thing going on that building. Phew. Okay, it looks a bit messy though, but I don't know if that's the print, the photography. Okay, it's within the Great Thoroughfare of Kansas City. Look at that one. Never seen a building like that, have you? Kansas City Club. So it's a mud flooder and You got some weird, nice shiny brick going on, and that thing on top. You ever seen anything like that? 2 people there, 2 women. Ah, interesting. Nothing else going on though. And the new Windsor, new Park Hotel, just Greco-Romano front, big chunk, all these lower windows going on. Oh, worldage. And that's inside it. Okay, no, that's nice. Oh, that's the University of Wisconsin Library. Jesus. And that looks like a big old British castle in America. And this is Madison. That one's good. Look at that, right? The mud's all up there. And then there's this retaining wall here, and then the windows come around there. So they're right the way under here. Otherwise, what a stupid way to fucking build. The size of that then. Fucking that's a courthouse in Madison, Wisconsin. It's not a state I hear of much, Wisconsin. But they got some groovy stuff going on. Look at the inside of their galleries. Jeez, just wouldn't have thought that they would have had all this cool shit. That's a state building there in Wisconsin, and it's just like the White House, or when I witnessed in Austin. Look at the stuff outside though, so messy. The little White House thing going on, or Austin State Capitol, Texas State Capitol building, which I visited a few weeks back, which was amazing. It's fucking massive, actually, really, really high. So, what about that one? Look at that. There's a shit ton of people all dressed in the same clothes, which look like boys, right? Don't see too many girls, one there, but they look essentially look like boys. Boys, a couple of girls there, a load of girls there. This is a children's school. And look at this weird tower here. I've never seen a building like that. Shit ton of children, though. Where's their parents? Maybe they're in school. Maybe I'm just thinking into it too much. Science Hall, another giant mud-flooded building. Okay. So that is them. So, excellent. Right, I'm coming back for a second because I need to do something. And I am checking on your, all of you, 720 in all. So there's a few of you watching on the Celtic Tartarian channel. Thank you for joining. Share that on there as well. I'm just keeping everything ticking over on that channel as well. I haven't done much on the Flat Earth British think tank. It could be an orphanage, Mr. C. It's difficult to determine. Right, I'm going to be basically sharing a quick video for literally 2 minutes. Please do not go away. I need to leave the room for a second. And then I got some absolute wicked juice and funny images, memes, and images of the week, and a book to share basically right now when I come back. Okay. Okay, that was the advert for my first bookage, but I'm guessing lots of you have seen that, so I'm just going to use that as an excuse to leave the room for a second. I feel much better now. Hope everybody's happy. I haven't seen what's going on in chat. Let's go and welcome a few of you. Late for the party, never late for the party. Joe Guilford, as soon as you get here, party's on. Okay? We were just waiting for you. Okay, first dance is mine. Okay, Tony Taylor, good to see you. I had a mate, Tony Taylor, when I was in school or Skinhead. Cody, good to see you. Squirrel Sniper. So maintained garden next to a rep building. No, it's beautiful garden next to a shithole. Weird that. Good point, Square. Just JP, hi lovely. Jolly Man. Mr. Beast fan. I love Texas too, mate. Dining. Our Rod, good to see you. Pamela Swan, who was our Woohooer chief Woohooer. Okay, Missy and Benny's in the house. Much love, Benny. Good to see you. Small tall girl. And Rufus Chipper Chipper. What's up? Charles is in the house. And Sam Oxidge is in the house. Good to see you, Zal, bro. I haven't seen you for a while. We're not quite done yet then, Cheryl. We've got a little bit of juice left to go. A lot of juice, actually. Respect to Jamie as well. So I hope we'll be all having fun. We're going to have a little giggle now on my images of the day. Let me just bring up a couple of things that I'm going to show you. I basically don't load them all beforehand because it cramps up my shit, if you know what I mean. My stream. So, smoke each. So what I'm going to show you next, guys, is I think what we'll do is we're going to have a look at some of these crazy, weird pictures of Tashkent. They're mad. But first, these. Now, this is a thing that's been going on a while, this conversation, and I'm going to be addressing it, is old stone and advanced technology. Some people say, like, in the case of a sexy human, okay, yeah, we get these unbelievably dressed stones. Here's also Detective Campbell in the house. Much love, brother. Love you, man. Love you. Thank you, Angela. Mike, thank you. I like the Roman Road China Wall episode. It was a good one. It's a gem. So, bollocks. Brian just fucking went then. Just dropping back and forth. Sid, good to see you. So, we're going to have a look at some images of Tashkent shortly. But what I want to look at is the argument or the ongoing thing about the advanced stone cutting technology from a time in the past. Now, one thing you can see is with this with these stones is they are nothing similar to anything that we just looked at. So it's from another reset further back in time. But what you do see is stonework without any joints. Now, 3D printed, some geopolymer poured in technology, or just unbelievable machining using like vernier gauge style cutting with advanced technology in the past, and advanced technology that maybe they can't replicate in the modern day, or maybe they can. So I'm going to have a look at some of these because some of the examples are pretty mind-blowing, and you think to yourself, you know, how are they doing that in the ancient world? So Sexy Human has got the best. I really do feel that they're a jumble of stones and these fit in somewhere and they've just been placed there. These things like Lego bricks, they're on the outside and I feel that they're wrong. This is not the original thing going on. But some of them are just unbelievable right angles. There is no mortar. They say megalithic, whatever. Is more of Saxuan, and you can see that the stonework has been replaced in there, but these different angles and stuff, thought's been put in there, but they're huge and they're seamless and they fit in absolutely perfectly with one another, suggesting some sort of ancient machining technology. Some say a technology that was not available now, only available in vapor canopy style situations, maybe. Now that really does look like folded stone in this image, guys. You know, it looks like it was soft and that it's folded in, and then this bit has come down and that is above it. And there, it really does, rather than just fitted stones, it really looks like they've been maybe poured. But if you put, you know, this is in some of the examples in Egypt, If you put a right angle on there, it's absolutely perfect to the millimeter. It's just ridiculous level of stonemasonry. How are they pulling this off in the ancient world? Look like Lego blocks to me. Some of this, I think, is Babylon, or the gates of Babylon, which they removed some parts of it and took it to the Berlin Museum. Inside's brick, thick multi-brick cover in there. That's a whole brick building. Millions of them, too. The mayor with their sun worshipping cult, which is like the Phoenicians, because it is, and their chronology to go along with it. And a lot of people said that there was something going to happen. I think it was the year 2000. What year was that, when they thought the Mayan calendar was going to kill everybody? The time was up on it. If you remember that. I remember what year, 2008 maybe. So that looks more like it was soft, and it's been shaped around like maybe somebody done it by hand when it was soft. Because I can't imagine how that stone's got curved that way, and it's fitted in like this. It's just impossible, really. That one's cracked. It really does feel like they were soft and they just got bent in there. So what about that? Well, there's just a tiny little seam, and they've made a little repair. Not so unusual. And some of these ancient machining, obviously giant drills, and cutting here and drill holes here. From the ancient world, supposed to have had copper chisels. And this is underwater. It looks like the sky. It looks like the clouds. Because the sky and the clouds above us, or the sky above us, and the clouds are water. And that's why that looks like. So this is from the seafloor. They put a staircase in, and you can see all the barnacles, and this is all aquatic plant life, and that is water. And it looks like the world that we see. Weird. So more of these stones. Let's have a look. Well, they're bumpy, they're not smooth, but yeah, these just unreal. And it sort of proves, really, this sort of thing, that they had advanced machinery, doesn't it? Look at that. So am I sold on geopolymer? Well, some examples look definitely like they've been folded or molded, but these, in this case, I'm not sure what these are. They never really tell you, do they? I think it's some sort of tech, I don't know. Just no compost and more. So that would have been perfectly flat, each stone. A diamond cut. So I've covered this site actually around a few times. There's a giant fort melted up on the hill. Again, with these rounded stones on the coins here. It's just uncanny how they manage it. They can't chisel that. They're not finding that stone and dragging it there. I can assure you of that. And a mosaic floor from antiquity. Oh, bumpy and fucked up, but thousands of years old, apparently. I don't think so at all. And that's advanced machining, a cut here. And it come to an end. Mind-blowing. And look at that, the roundedness on there. How are they doing that? And the size of these stones in antiquity is just ridiculous. Oh, wow. So he's like a robot, this guy, yeah? He's got like wings, 2 wings, he flies, he's got a bird's head. But a human interpretations, wristwatch. He's got something that looks like it's got a bit of a wow thing going on. He's got his, don't know, snake bands around his arms, pretty muscular. He's got another wristwatch on because he's a mason, 2 wristwatches. Oh, he's got a little handbag, and he's got a bit of gout. What do you think's wrong with his knee? Nobody's got a knee like that, have they? It's weird, isn't it? He's a robot. Okay. So these pyramids, they're in the Sudan, not Egypt. Pyramids will go all the way down into the Sudan. Giant pyramids. Nobody's ever talking about. It's stacks of pyramids in the Sudan. Okay. Llamas are cool. I've seen a llama when I was a kid at Bristol Zoo. I thought they were lovely, fluffy. Actually, I don't think I've seen too many. Maybe a few. Yeah, I seen one a couple of years ago up in Nottingham in a field. Llama. So check that out. The size of these bricks, these stones, compared to humans, compared to people. Excuse me. How are they lifting them in? No, that's brilliant. Excuse me. Compared to what they do in the modern day, that is shit. Where'd they get their builders? Mexico. Look at this compared to that. Beautiful. Okay. Wow. Just unbelievable. They got these must be to grab them because they were giants or something, like hand grabs. Because I'm sure that humans could put these in place. Interesting how they're different qualities, colors of stone, different types of stone. Maybe there's something in that, orgone technology. So apart from Olmec heads, these types of heads have been found in Mesoamerica with what look like goggles on and skeleton-like, a bit like, I don't know, what can I attribute that to? Definitely looks like some sort of mask and helmet thing going on, and definitely looks like a skeleton thing going on as well. Softened with sound, war and truth. Yeah, I definitely think that's what's going on. Just find that, that's the same thing with the fascist technology. If you find that a specific sound, it turns things to dust. Well, I think it'd do the same with stone. If they just get that ultrasonic and the thing just goes soft, that you can melt it. But we ain't got that tech now, apparently. So they all got the same gods in antiquity because everything is just repeated. Ancient Egypt, Turkey, Peru, ancient Italy, ancient Celts, and the ancient giraffe all have identical images to a god holding, in this case, tails, but two animals or two serpents in each hand, and dogs in this case, but animals. Same in every place, replicated. So this is in Baalbek from the ancient world, and it is 120 feet in height. Dig that for a second. And it's one solid piece of marble. So how are they doing that then in the ancient world then? How are they pulling that off? One chunk of marble, guys. Beautifully turned. So they had turning devices. And how did they carry it there? Across the desert. Where'd they get the marble? Looks a beautiful marble. Marble is hard stone to work with. When I worked on stone masonry, you fuck up cutting a marble, you've wrecked it. You can't start over. This stuff's really shit to work with. It's rock hard and it comes off in giant chips and stuff. I don't even know how they're dressing that stuff. It's beyond me. It's craziness. Look at that size of that stone. So whoever that civilization was, they had advanced tech and they were different, completely different to Phoenicia or Tartaria. There's no doubt about it. So I'm going to share some more images. Now, some of these are going to be mind-blowing as well. This is Tashkent in Uzbekistan. It's not a country I know too much about, but it's definitely Tartarian by feel and really does look like the apocalypse has happened. Beautiful architecture. No one is around. So what is this image show? Tashkent. Cockney rhyming slang for a little bit bent. Okay. Is a fuck ton of cobble or stones in a pile. Where were they from? And they're being stacked into piles of bricks. So is that a brickworks? Or are they using old bricks from buildings that are no longer around because they were destroyed? So unusual scene, whatever. And I'm not sure why that's got a circle around it and why the person did that in India or wherever, Uzbekistan. An unusual red brick dome building. Don't even know. It looks completely wrecked inside. Yeah, like no one's going there. Nothing's going on, but they have blocked up whatever was there and there. And outside, everything outside, wrecked. No one's been there for a long time. That's just left out in the wilderness. What about that? How many photographs have we looked at of these buildings when and outside you see a big pile of shit, rubbish, stones? Stacks of times we've seen that. So another mudflood looking building with a load of rubbish outside. Terrible scene outside, but the building's fine. Look at that one. Don't know. Got mud flood sort of window, so but unusual mud brick. That is crazy. I don't know what to make of this bloody thing here, but look at this building. It is really unusual. Again, wrecked inside. Again, looks disused. Again, looks proper ancient. Okay, we're moving on. So that's Tashkent from above. They have a lot of big buildings, but the people, this is a market street here. All seem to be living in like, I don't know, not very nice. So this picture, all these things here are under the street. So this is ground level here, where this building is. And then below the street, you've got all of this wall and all of this vaulting, which looks very Roman. Don't know what they are. Really interested in them. 1, 2, 3. And then it goes up again there. And I'm guessing these are modern settlements on the grass there, or settlements of the day. But these and all of that below ground level, and that wall down there, all below ground level. Interesting that it's Roman looking, Tashkent. So what happened to the trees? Looking a bit fucked up and burnt, aren't they? Like something's happened. And what about that? Maybe they had a forest fire. We'll give benefit of the doubt. Wonder where it goes. Definitely looks like something's happened there. Oh, that's a bright picture. A very large building, blocked up windows. Again, below ground level, you go down and there's a building down there with a window in the mud and a door that's blocked up on a big wall below the street. And all this is mud. See that? It's craziness. It's craziness, guys. Such good evidences in these pictures this week. I'm really chuffed about it. So many groovy images. So yeah, they built like sort of this thing here in the past, which definitely looks derelict and not maintained at all. In fact, it's wrecked, isn't it? There's a bit there, it's just all wrecked and fucked up. And you got all of this underneath, and there's people living in there like that. So they're living in crap, and the buildings are all derelict. And they're living in these, whatever they are, mud buildings. Ugh. Don't know what that is there. Looks like a pile of mud. In the middle. So they live like this, in the mud. Impoverished looking, maybe. Drying animal pelts. Maybe that's their industry. Out in the mud. Everything's in the mud. That's how they live. So what looks like in this picture is the Armageddon's hit outside. Would you not agree that this building looks 100% like it's been mud flooded? Mud's there already there, and the door is down there. And the mud is everywhere here, and the people are camping on it. And it's there, and it's a mess, and it's covering literally everything. Not only does this appear to be mud flood, the trees are burnt. So in one image, we got a mud flood and trees are burnt. It looks like something really bad has happened, guys. Here is what it looks like. I think we got a mud flood event and the apocalypse all in one shot there. So these dudes, these cats, don't know what they're doing. They're off the queue or prey or some weird stuff. I don't know. They're praying. They're doing the praying thing. So, nice bit of antiquity there. Made of metal. Okay, so that's in winter. I'm guessing they have cold weather there. That looks like the public toilets. They're all having a slash, maybe. So they all live like poo, don't they? The buildings are funky, but they all live. Oh, they got a bit. I bet that's good music. All that like throat music and stuff they do in Uzbekistan. I hope. Probably have good weed stuff. Uzbekistan. But they got these. Look, Tartarian. Like Russian Tartarian or Tartarian. Nice big long avenues. No infrastructure. No sewerage. Open ditches. And strange dorm, one-story buildings. Can't see trees in the way. So they're getting stocks in. What are these bags of? Probably opium, something. It's Tashkent after all. Ugh. So it's all the shit outside, isn't it? Everything's the crap outside these buildings. I wonder why he's standing there. Again, mud. Big bank of it this time. And you get all these amazing buildings and they're all just in mud. 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 Everywhere. In these pictures. Mud. All the way up there. Very beautiful building, this one. But again, wrecked. No one's been here. No one's been here for a while. This is really early. These are the earliest, 1865. So when the Antiquitech. So when the American Civil War's drawing to a close, something really bad has been happening here. What the fuck is that mud outside? Mud. Lots and lots of mud and superior architecture in the background. So that, I don't think you could argue to say that that's a load of mud. And they've put some sort of folly on top. And it looks like the Tower of Babel. They got a path curling up it and an old fort in the background. But it's definitely a pile of mud. So their engineering, what can they manage in Uzbekistan? Oh, fucking hell. Okay, won't win any architectural awards there then, I don't suppose. Okay, they got that though. The guards in it with their pea shooters. What is that going through there? Well, that's weird. It's like a fort going through the hill. Okay, it's a groovy image as well. Got some Antiquitech on that. I don't know what that is outside, but everything is to shit. There's a bell tech side. Okay, look at it outside that building. Ugh. I'm guessing it gets cold there. I don't know what the chimney does. And all the building in the background looks like it's smashed, and everything is really bad here. Wow. This one's a little bit tidier, but you can see there's still mud outside. Can you see that? But it's a nice bit of architecture. Give it that. Nice brick column. Maybe they were burning humans in there. After reset, so many bodies smelling the place up. What do you think of that? That's a lot of bricks. I wonder what it does. I wonder where it goes. I wonder if it goes underground. Yeah, I don't know. So 660 of you watching after all these hours, still managed to retain you. I'm really grateful. Thanks. I hope you've enjoyed so far. I've got some images of the day coming up. And I will see how much time we got left because I've been going 2 hours and 45 minutes. This is going to be a long one. Look at that. Just muddied fucked upness in a wall. Really, really screams that something bad has happened in this region. Look, these are all messed up and all, but they're mud brick. Some of these mud brick castles last a long time. Some of the examples in Turkey. Well, right, so look at this wall. Oh, they got a cannon. Yeah. Okay, so it's a lot of mud brick stuff going on, but wow, it's messed up, isn't it? Look at that. Started out with a big stone, like megalithic, and then other stone up the outside of it, and then all of this mud. And oh, that's just, what the fuck is what that is. Whew. So, everything covered in mud around there too. They're on a river. They give them the benefit of the doubt. They're a river mud flood. They left all the deposits here. Crazy round building there. Don't know. Oh, look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4 bells on a gantry there. Oh, that's really cool. Looks like they're Russian Orthodox religion. He's happy. He's got some water. Doesn't thirst to death today. All right, they got a big fort up on the hill. Collecting some hey for later. So Tashkent, that is, in Uzbekistan, which I've never really looked at about, really know anything about it. And this is Trans-Caspian, from the Caspian Sea all the way to China. Crazy images in here. I don't know what to make out of them. So, from the Caspian Sea, and these are good and early as well. And then you get these strange towers in the wilderness. I'm sure that they're ways underground. They're definitely attributed to the end of the world. Blackened on top, but definitely got a bit of antiquity going on there. High up window. Why only one window? Doesn't even look like there's a way in. Look at this thing. Again, it's shattered. Everything in this world is shattered in these images, guys. Look. What did that? Water? What stripped the bricks? What stripped the facade? What smashed that all the way up there? Fucking hell. Tidal wave. And here is a bridgeage. I don't know what kind of bridge that is or how you cross it. Or even if it was a bridge. I can't make it out. I don't know. There's no river there as such, is there? Don't know what they are. They are very unusual bridges. Difficult to say. And here's some more. Going across these, he's following the Silk Road now, let's say. Going up to China and the Great Wall, all the way to the Pacific coast. Romans built in loads of crazy shit. The world is wrecked in these pictures. None of these buildings are being used. They're all just wrecked. Jesus, there's nothing being used here. It's all overgrown. There's no one around. It's beautiful and it's wrecked. All right, let's have a look at the inhabitants. Okay, they don't look too bad. They look happy enough. But look at that. Looks like a knob, doesn't it? Okay, don't know what they are. Tiles. Ceramics, made of porcelain. Ceramic. So that looks shit, doesn't it? That looks like a shit took a shit. Jesus. There's a door going in there. Or was. A lot of mud outside. They got a couple of cannons in case anyone starts. Oh dear. What's this? Memigo. Oh my God. What happened? What happened? It's all still water there. Whole place looks wiped out, guys. I think we're looking at Mudford's images is what I think. And these are really early too. There's mud everywhere still in there. Deposits like this thing's been underwater. It's really weird. Okay, I don't know what cities that is. That is whatever that says. There's a lot more people here. One of that strange ass fort in the hill. That for a tower. Whew. Is that a load of grass on top? And it's all smashed and chipped. Everything seems to be damaged. In the antique world. That's nice. Pretty. Nice ceiling. Okay. Well, let's just whiz through because I'm going to show the images of the week and get this show on the road. Wow, that's fantastic. Okay, he's the boss. And what you notice is they're Knights of Malta. They're all connected with all of the club. Yeah. And they are fat bastards because they eat a lot. Okay. No, he eats more. Well, where'd you buy his clothes, Mr. Fat Bastard? Jesus. Look at that. Anyway. Oh, it's a beautiful horsage. It's got nice braids. Look at that. They braided the horse's hair. That's lovely. I like that. There's Amir. Oh, just playing with my fingernail while you wait to take photo. And he's already in all of these secret organizations. Nice and all, every fucking thing. I bet his head's nice and warm. And he looks like a proper little curly thing going on, like a little afro. It's nice, that. Okay. Don't know. There's a lot of people turned up. I think there's going to be some epic executions. That's what I think. Seems to be common. Okay, there's the elites. Maybe. They got chandeliers with candles in. No electric. Cheapskates. Hey, Masonic symbol going in there, the hand. The old Masonic thing going down. Okay, this was a Turkish princess. Apparently, many men killed themselves when she refused to marry them. Apparently, she was well sought after and very beautiful. So, I'm guessing they got really bad eyesight or just like different stuff. So, this seems to be a bit of a pilgrimage to death. Stuff they've collected. It seems to be like a radium symbol. And a couple of skull and crossbones. 322, even there. Okay, what's going on here is slitting some people's throats. Let's have a look at this. So the prisoners are going to get their throats cut. Oh, he looks like he's definitely doing that because he don't look like, he looks a bit, you're going to be dead in seconds. This guy's doing the dirty deed. Okay. He's holding his nose, is he? No, he's grabbing him. His hands are tied. He can't do shit all about it. He's already had his throat slit. So. Oh, look at all that stonework in the background as well. Really nice. So, bad day. Sorry if you have a delicate disposition with your throat slitage. I didn't make up history. Look at this. Okay. That looks fucked outside here as well. So this is some sort of armament, I don't know, model or exhibit in the shape of what looks like some sort of insect. A lot of swords and guns, muskets, things like that. It's crazy. So we're going to focus, yeah, a lot of cardboard, couple of nobody. There's no one maintaining that. That's fact. That looks a mess. No one's been there for a long time since the reset. Still inhabited, but all these older buildings, they don't go near them. So that's their Jimi Hendrix. I bet their music's brilliant. But it's like, well, probably not like that. Probably a lot better. She looks nice. She looks like someone you could talk to. I think he's a bit more standoffish. He's got that fuck off face. He's not bothered. So these are the going along the Silk Road and taking your caravan of camels, ships of the desert, and I don't know what that is there. I know it looks like a knob, but I am just saying two knobs. But what is it really? Is it cannon? The shifting cannon on camel? Okay, let's have a look at these three. So then coins are definitely a technology. I don't know why they're covering their faces up though. But people do the stupidest shit, don't they? Oh, little donkey out of shit. Oh, you can't keep a donkey in the house because they eats grass and just shits everywhere. They're not like a dog's going to wait and go for a walk. A donkey is just going to shit where it goes. So you can't have one in the house. Check this bong. Whoa, what's that like? Fucking ace. Uzbekistani black ash. Best in the world, man. Fucking hell. And it brings in the money, don't it, love? She looks all right, his wife. No. Got a gang of little sprogs. But there's not much to do out there except make children and smoke a bong all day. So that looks a whole lot of messed up outside, don't it? All fucked up. Logs and dirt and plants and no infrastructure, no path going up to it. Load of shit all the way up there. This is dirty. This is old. That haven't just been built. And that would be stupid to suggest it. And I can safely, with all confidence and no doubt, state that. You would be stupid to suggest that building just be built. Okay. Don't know what's going on there. They're lovely, these towers with the geometric bricks going. What the fuck has happened? Excuse my language, but this looks wrecked. All of it looks wrecked. Everywhere looks wrecked. That is wrecked. What did it? Entropy and time? Thousands of years? Everywhere in the world at the same period? It's too much, guys. It's too much evidence. There's something missing off the top of that rotunda. It's too much evidence that there's been a terrible cataclysm in the recent past. Look at the state outside here. Why would they build it? A ginormous, beautifully geometric building, and all there is outside is shit. And makes zero sense, guys. Okay? Total flat a day is today. Buckle in. Okay? We're going to look at some images of the day. So, please share this out, guys. There's 600 still watching, nearly 700 of you, 669 of you. Thank you for popping by. I hope I've made your flat a day a little bit more bearable with some interesting info. And there's been hours of it. The mind just wobbles. Kelly Bundy. Okay, so this is obviously Senior George Bush Senior, and he's just showing you his crack supply. Because these are big, massive chunks of crack. I get it, George. You're smallish, and your son will be on it soon. And then Biden, and then his son. And it's just an ongoing thing. But let me tell you, it's a bad road, man. You look like shit when you're old. In fact, you look like shit took a shit. You'll be in a wheelchair, being wheeled through NASA. Yeah, is what's going to happen. Pooing yourself in a colostomy bag. I'm just telling you, Prez. So they definitely had horny women in the past, and horny men as well. I definitely think they were hiding them in these headwears, and I think there was a lot of them. I think it was a quirk maybe of the DNA, but I definitely think people had horns. So this is in 1967. It's the building of the East Tower, and what you're witnessing here is apparently they built a slurry ditch for slurry. Like mud underneath the Twin Towers. So this is ground level, and there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stories below ground level, or 6 even if you count that, which I find weird. And they built all the way around the whole thing. They built these slurries apparently to collect mud, which you had to pump out apparently. Interesting. So this lady, her job was to quality control Rubber Soul when it was released. She's had to listen to Norwegian Wood 5,000 times. My question is, do you know when she finishes her job and goes home at night, do you think she's hearing like Norwegian Wood all fucking night long and can't sleep a wink? Ding, 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 ding. Oh my God. Because you would. That would, the repetitiveness of that, you would never sleep again. You would never sleep. You would literally be listening to the whole album at night. Anyway, I got Rubber Soul, Joe. It's an excellent album. So I don't know what's happening with this spire. It's got a load of scaffolding on it. Not that means anything. It's just an interesting photo. So this is what the Texans think. This is the Texans map of the United States. So all of America is in fact Texas, and everyone else lives in little tiny states everywhere else, except for those damn Yankee land up there with New York is and all of that, which is maybe derogative. I don't know. The Mexicans call us gringos, and we don't blow them up or anything, do we? Just make clean our pools and shit. So their enchiladas are nice. So when I go to California, I wish they all could be California girls. Just California girls, and their car's broken down. Oh no, they're lifeguards. Yeah, and their car's broken down, and you go past in a minibus. Can I help you, ladies? Scantily dressed ladies. Yes, please, Martin. She looks very modern. Huh? So, thank you for joining me in my fantasy. I really enjoyed that for a minute. So, TV detector vans. So, in the 1970s, when I was a kid, yeah, if the TV detector van come down the street, everyone switched their telly off. We all found out the truth. Yeah, basically, people came out whistle blowed that they never had such a technology, and they could not know what was on your television or who had one or anything with that stupid fucking thing there. And the post office as well, they were in on it. Nobody buys television licenses in Britain because the BBC are all fucking kiddie fiddlers. So we're not going to do that, are we? And they're dying on their ass. Nobody gives a shit about Hollywood anymore because they all go to Wimbledon and stuff because they haven't got jobs because no one's going to give them a job. And when they do get a job, they spend all day dressing up in stupid costumes, mostly women's clothes, and all on a soundstage with green screens all day. They don't even get in the fresh fucking air anymore. Yeah. In the old days, we used to have brilliant war films like Bridge Too Far. They used to like have thousands of extras and real bombs going off, guys. Yeah. None of that CGI wank. They need to go back and do that. Blinded by the light. But I love it. Don't know. So this is interesting. Now, it's meant to be the oldest mortar in the world. I'll give you the rundown on it now. So what we're essentially seeing is an inner core and then all this bound wrought iron that's going all the way down here. Okay. And then it's bound all the way around on the outside by more metal. And then it's got that as well. To my mind, that is replicating Fache's technology. But what they're proposing is this. So the cannon is in a museum in Vienna, and it's called the Pumhart of Survey. And basically, it was used in Austria in the early 1400s, and it is the largest wrought iron single shot cannon in the world. And it basically shoots a stone ball. So it looks like that, and it shoots a stone. Yeah, whatever. A stone ball weighing 690 kilos. And it uses 15 kilograms of gunpowder for a charge, and it shoots only 600 meters. Right. Oh, that's fucking brilliant. So you just about reach the enemy if you're close enough. Yeah, there's some unusual doorways in the past. So this was what we looked up at when I was kids in the First World War. This is in England when they had a Zeppelin going over. We weren't at war then, so it wasn't a big deal. They dropped bombs a little bit later. Get to 19. Actually, this looks like it's between the wars. It is 1930s. Okay, so I got that album, 13th floor elevators, but I got that on on my computer, and it's a good little psychedelic album. She likes it. She's got nice trousers stuff as well. She's doing your one eye on us though, guys, and then they're doing their one eye on us as well. But there's one, there's two, makes two, all in balance. The latest book of illegal boat people. Yeah, we need to fucking stop that. All these illegal boat people coming across. Fucking hell, look at them. Yeah, sipping fucking Bollinger all day. Fucking talking bollocks about golf, cricket, fucking polo, or whatever they play. Anyway, so here is a lady that got a job, first job she ever had, working in the movie The Dark Crystal. It's like Scout. I'm a Scout. No, I'm not Scout. I'm or the ones with cute little elf ears. I'm one of them. But yeah, so that she walked on the roads in London looking just like that, and she looked just like that. Good film, that Crystal. So you know the narrative of the Crystal Palace in London, part of the Great Expositions. It moves it from another site, and it moved it all the way to this site, Ali Pali site, and then basically start pushing dinosaurs. But the weird thing is, right, guys, is they apparently moved all this in a couple of months, and all of those panes of glass, some of them are curved. How do they move glass over large distances up and down hills through London over cobble? Food for thought, food for thought. So, do you think they've done that on purpose? I bet it's a school. It's a college. Fucking no shit. Hit me, baby, one more fucking time. So, fucking have dragons again, but I noticed they got these in antiquity. Have you seen these? Well, what they are is scorpions, I think. And I think, you know, when they say there's like in a nuclear war, scorpions grow massive. I think scorpions grow massive when there's extra EM or like that. Giant scorpion has been solidified in a vapor canopy environment where animals get really big. And they are shown on antiquity. There's one there, although he's not very scorpion, but he is big. Giant scorpionage in antiquity. Also, Egyptian, some of the statues have people inside. Why is the question. So let's have a look at a hippie bird from the 60s, shall we? They got fucking lush clothes. Yeah. 60s was where it was at, guys. 60s and the 70s. It's all gone to shit now. So like fucking all the shops now were like, do your nails, hairdressers and nails. And see, that'd be awkward if you went out with a date with her. Yeah. What was her name? Birkin. Yeah, she was a famous actress. I think she was early porn career, probably. I got no evidence for that, but she did do some naughty pictures. So anyway, don't know who he is. Looks a bit dodgy, but she's got like this see-through thing on. She's got knickers on, thank God. Fucking hell, that'd be awkward. But yeah, I'm all for that. That'd be great. Awkward date though. Everyone's saying, fucking hell, see your bird's tits, mate. So do you think they did this on purpose? I definitely think they did that on purpose, guys. Yeah. Where do you live? The Point. I live on the Point's Bell End. I do actually. Do you live on the Point's Bell End? Oh right. Maybe we should meet up. I live on the Bell End of the Quay. Okay. So we've talked about the Great Wall of Rome now for quite some time, and this is an image got sent in by Flux Capacitor. Take a look at this. It's full of sand. Do you really think it'd be a defensive position against a raging hordes of Tartarians attacking the wall, and inside the brick course is just sand? I could take that out with a sledgehammer on a pissed off day, guys. I'm just saying I could. Yeah. No. It was not defensory. It was a highway, a road, a conveyor belt for Amazon antiquity. So I don't know why he can. Looks like a lot of mud down here, but what's he doing? Okay. He's just having to sit on the roof, cup of tea. That's his garden there. Yeah. But they're happy. Don't knock them. That's in the Victorian era. Got a bit of wires going on here, though. It's all that. But yeah, they're cobbly and a fucking mess, these old houses on there, aren't they? So here's a bit of headwear for an emperor in antiquity. There's a lot going on with that. It's got arrows sticking at the top. It's definitely some sort of tech. They must have felt all like jolly and awesome when they had like super tech hats on. So interesting. When I'm back in Texas, which I will be in the near future, there's going to be a total eclipse over San Antonio. It will be the place of totality. Also up towards Houston, and Fort Worth is going to go all the way over Houston, Fort Worth as well. Is an eclipse, so I might be able to actually film an eclipse. So yeah, we got some big stuff coming up, guys. Keep a lookout. I'm going to be telling you all, but we are going to have a big meet. It's coming. It's being organized. It's all going to happen. Some super fucking cool guests. It's going to be the biggest thing in America this year. I'm going to be there. So here's Luke Skywalker, one of the Montauk boys. Okay, he's a bit of a Mandela effect freak. And Miss Piggy, and not being interrogative, but she's a bit of a slapper, isn't she? Oh, Kermy. Next thing you know, she's all over Luke Skywalker. Hiya! Just say Miss Piggy's, she's lovely and that, guys, but fuck Kermy. Here's Boris Yeltsin between two fasces in the House of Congress. He's being applauded, Boris Yeltsin in the 90s, for being the enemy. Well done for being the enemy, Boris, you crazy bastard. Because he was a bit crazy. He drank a lot, got drunk, and done silly dances in like presidential dues and stuff. Really embarrassed everybody. So, and tried kissing everything as well, and all the men. So, he's in the club, isn't he? So that just doesn't fit any of their bullshit. Yeah. They got nuclear bombs. They're going to bomb us. So, and they left a big hole in the world by their whatever hit it from above. Fasces, technologies. I feel that's what I feel. Oh, you collected a load of guns up. What are you going to do with them? And nice buildings in the background. I don't think they're real. I think these guns are real. I don't think they're the guns they were using. I really don't. So here's a load of Freemasons together. You got Yasser Arafat, some guy from Israel, probably Rabin, and Bill Clinton, who's off. He's high as fuck on cocaine right now. There, and he's like, look, like the good peace agreement that I always get everyone to sign. Okay, you two fuckers, yeah, to pretend you like one another. And at the same time, you can do a Freemasonic handshake with your thumbage over there, in it, Yasser. So you're all in together. Your Hegelian dialectic played out by the master. There he is, there, the masturbator. It's a bit of a nightmare, isn't it? The construction of the Boulder Dam, so the Hoover Dam, excuse me. It's a load of concrete shoved in a gap, and it looks wholly fucked up. It's a lot of concrete, guys. But you got to have your water. Oh, let's have a look at this. So, go to the moon. Okay, this is Apollo mission, but that's Neil there, as you can see. So it goes all the way to the moon. Yeah, don't worry about all that. It comes back. It comes back, and it's this little tiny pod which you can change into your spacesuit in because there's enough room. Probably got a car in there somewhere as well. All the way back, and then you re-enter Earth's atmosphere apparently and reach like thousands of degrees. But like, in the case they got heat sensitive or heat proof panels on the space shuttle, but not too many on this nose of apparent spaceship. Anyway, so it goes through that, and it doesn't matter because it doesn't bother the life draft that is housed in it somewhere. All the parachutes, which are made of silk, which are housed in it somewhere, because they won't burn because they're super duper heat proof doors, and then super proof, so it's falling. Oh, we better pull our parachute, so we're going to die because we're falling at like terminal velocity. Okay, won't they be fried by the thousands of degrees? No. Okay, so they open these special doors, and then the parachutes come out, but they disappear later. The parachutes, they sort of vanish. They're self-destruct parachutes when you land in the water at an incredible speed, but nothing happens to you. And what is a miracle is they must have ballast in the bottom because this thing's righted itself. Shouldn't it have like tipped over because it's not boat-like at all and, flooded the entire boat? No, they got another special door, which is also super, super duper heat proof, okay, which has a dinghy inside. The other door, press the other door, dinghy door. I wondered all the way to the moon what that button does. That's the dinghy door, heat proof, super heat proof, keeps your plastic dinghy from melting in the temperatures we just had when we came into re-entry. So fucking stupid. I can't bother anymore. So here's there's Brezhnev, another Russian leader, with one of his best mates, Nixon. He's telling him about the Watergate. He's caught, bubbled, in it. So I got bubbled loads. Just say you never knew her. No, it's nothing to do with a woman. Oh, right, okay. Shut up then. Russians. So yeah, they said the Indians sent a thing to the moon, but something crashed in the sea, and they said, "Oh, it looks like a bit of a rocket." Probably never actually went there. They're going to have to shit something out if they actually send a probe and photographs. They're going to have to at least have Kubrick Hills in the background, and at least make it look like Apollo shots, because otherwise they're going to fuck it up like the Japanese did. Yeah. So nothing like anything to do with. Oh, thank you, Shelley. Love the Texas map. Yeah, it is awesome. Texas. It's wicked. Anyway, fuck NASA. Yeah, see all that? It was all folded up in that bit you just see. Anyway, so this is the Tower Bridge, and it was built at the same time as the Brooklyn Bridge, but it couldn't be more dissimilar. This thing's covered in antiquity. Definitely think there was some sort of technologies going on. But they got these huge, massive bastions in here, which lift these doors, so ships can come through. There's photographs of it being built, so don't doubt it was built in that era, but it looks old world. Crazy good Tower Bridge. Crazy good. So here is a picture in the 1900s of, or 1909, of King Edward. You know, the Edwardian era. He only reigned for 11 years. But King Edward of England, with all of the Germans of the Weimar Republic, which would be fighting in about 5 years' time. He's going to have a fight with his cousin. He'll be dead by then. So he doesn't have to worry about it. So let's have a look at this old New York street. All mud flooded. Beautiful old tenements. All got antiquity. Chinatown by there, is it? Chop suey was invented in New York. It's a bit like the curries. A lot of the curries Queen Victoria was into. She loved a chicken tikka masala, apparently. I like a chicken tarka. Tarka? Do you mean a chicken tikka? No, a tarka, because they're otter. This is D-Day, and they're coming in. And apparently down there, it's like Saving Private Ryan. There's a man running around holding his blown off arm, as you do. And Saving Private Ryan's hiding behind a steel thing. What's his name? Tom Wanks. So yeah, I watched that. I did mention earlier, I watched the new Indiana Jones film. Fucking hell, it was crap. It was all CGI. All of it was like augmented reality, and all of it was green screens. God, it was shit. And the leading lady was a fucking dude. Just to insult you. You can't even have a lecture at the leading lady in this day and age. What the fuck is going on? Anyway. It's fucking disgusting, this place. Firemen with dresses. Fucking hell. No. Ow. Why are you doing it, my Brian? This is a happy tale and a happy day. This is July 1st, 1916, at the Battle of the Somme. I may have exaggerated about being a happy day. Because by 11 o'clock in the morning, 30,000 British will be fucking dead. 60,000 casualties in all in one day. Biggest loss in British military history for one day. Because they said that, we dropped like 10 million tons of bombs on the enemy lines. They'd be fucking annihilated. Not even a rat would live. But they were all in dugouts, the Germans. Not a scratch on them. They didn't, so they were all waiting with their, machine guns, and killed everybody who went over the top that day. So I dare say that a good percentage of all of these are the Middlesex regiments, will be dead. They're going over the top and they're going to die. But mostly all died. So this monument is a monument in Europe to commemorate all the wars before the First World War. Okay, so not in the Napoleonic Wars, other wars, maybe the Franco-Prussian, I don't even know. Do you find that plinth looks pretty like identical or very similar to the plinth, this bit here, the Statue of Liberty is housed on? Very similar, isn't it? I feel there was something on this, and this may be older, and they've just added this. It looks very like futuristic for 1900 too. So yeah, that was to commemorate all wars to that point, but not thinking Napoleonic. Freckle pressure maybe. So, like when Ronald Reagan sucked a bullet and nothing happened to him because he's too fucking crazy to know. Pope John Paul got one in the guts as well. I thought gut wounds were lethal. I thought all the stomach acid leaked into all the intestines and killed you stone dead in fucking time and is undoable. But there you are. Pope John Paul, he's got shot in the guts, but it's all right because he's back up and running. So I bet that confused the media and kept the eye off something that he may be up to at that time. You know what I mean? Bullshit on toast. So there were actually gas attacks in World War II. There was many attacks in World War One using gas. All of the British people were given gas masks, but Hitler, he never gassed us. He never dropped gas. Although the gas was used, this is a canister of mustard gas, and it was used by the Japanese on the Chinese in Manchuria during the war. So they used poison gas, the Japanese. So, and then they had a nuclear bomb dropped on them apparently, so all balanced up. So what do? The army, the British army, when they go and basically topple Mussolini's dictatorship of Abyssinia, when he goes and takes over Ethiopia, Abyssinia. And then the army comes in and they pull down all of the symbols that he put up along the avenues, like the Roman fasces, which you can see there. The symbol for fascism and the symbol for Mussolini. And they're being torn down. Interesting? You know it. So here's the Queen, jealous as fuck, because she's shaking hands with Marilyn Monroe. There's Victor Mature there, but he's all right. He's Samson. He can pull down buildings. So, oh, it's wonderful to meet you. Your name is? My name's Norma. I mean Marilyn. It's lovely to meet you, sir. I mean, ma'am. Curtsy. And imagine, I wondered if anyone's ever curtsied for the Queen and farted. Because you would, wouldn't you? If you was like to squat down, you could easily squeeze one out. That would be embarrassing. I wonder if the Queen's farted in front of anyone. And then you just like ignore it because it's the Queen. I bet she rips constantly. They don't stop fucking eating, do they? All day long. So here is that she was played in a movie by Natalie Wood. I love Natalie Wood. Gypsy Rose Lee. And here she is in America in a circus. She went to a circus because that's the only place they're going to do strippers. Here's a famous bearded lady. You heard me right. A bearded lady. Pretty common in these days. But Gypsy Rose Lee, yeah, she used to get a kit off. Imagine that in this day and age. Never heard of that, but you kit off for many. Quick, son. I need a reload. How many bullets? Just give me a more. Come on, I need a rocket propel grenade. You got any? My little brother's got some. Yeah, can I get one off you? The grunts get younger and younger these days, guys. But we won. No, we never. We lost. Don't worry, we lost the Vietnam War. Scrap what I just said. Here we are, Dealey Plaza, a place I was in only 2 months ago. I was on the grassy knoll. I was good. Should have took some grass off the grassy knoll and brought it home with me, I'm thinking. There's Jackie. She's smiling now, but in minutes' time, she's going to possibly have some of her husband's brains all over her hand. Here's the Senator and other people, all going to get fucking splattered. He's going to get 2 fucking head. Or not, as the case may be. I don't think any of it happened. Okay, here's another crazy good American building. Look at that. Got a gantry there you could land a balloon on. All the way around, circle. A load of antique package. Cool, isn't it? This is Richmond, Virginia. In the American Civil War. Again, a huge place. Stacks of apparently cannonballs. And all of them cannonballs turned huge buildings into bricks. See, this is an experiment I can't replicate, isn't it? Give me 5,000 cannonballs, see if I can turn a whole city into bricks. See if they do that. And what you do with the bricks or the cobbles is, if you're in the commune or the communards in Paris, 1871, during the Franco-Prussian War, these are the barricades that they put up to apparently stop an enemy army from waltzing down your street. Don't think that's going to do it, you know. There she is, Jackie. She dropped a bit of his brain. She's just picking it back up because she's not. Where is he? He's there somewhere, all splattered. He's fucking splattered. He looks splattered. They're all on the grassy knoll. I was there. I was right by there. And this is the Secret Service man that's going to climb onto the back and say, Jackie, that's not a fucking good idea. Climbing out the car. It's a moving car. There's 1,001 things, stories about what happened that day. I think it was all. It looks like a movie set there. It really does. Dealey Plaza looks like a movie set, and I think that's what went on. All that time it's a group of films. In fact, it makes no sense. So, great expositions. San Francisco. It's got a wicked bowls of joy. What's that, buds? Bowls of joy. Cigars. I love a cigar. I had a Havana cigar when I was in Texas. It only cost like $2-3. Something stupid I give away. Oh, it was fucking juicy. We both smoked it. It was lovely. It was just lovely. So that's interesting, isn't it? Look at this. The maple brown in frame. And it is in North Vancouver. It's a schooner. A wooden schooner. And they built it. And it's that big. Wooden ship. And it's that big. It's mind-blowing. I don't even look like it's halfway down the ship. So there's a lumber ship as well, made out of lumber. It's just, what? It's massive, isn't it? Bluntage. So here's when basically Nixon tried to employ RoboCop, only to find out later that it was an actor and not real. You sure? I came all the way here to hire you. You could do some good for me. You could shoot people for me. Sir, I'm only an actor. Look at his face. He's like, God, this guy's fucking dense. He does it for all of them. He went following R2-D2 round thinking that, he could hire him. It's like, no, I'm actually just a little person living in this tin can. This is a building that got moved. And they put it on like stilts. It's the oldest building in. Come back to me. Fucking head, I'm getting tired now. Anyway, this is the old world, been colorized. Don't know if they were the colors. And this is in Piccadilly Circus in London town. I noticed with the cars that they not all of them have maybe that one there, that one. It's got a roof, keeps the rain off, but it wouldn't keep you wouldn't have a heater. But they're all open. Just canopies above them. It's not enclosed. None of the cars are enclosed. No, none of them are. That must have come along later. But it was fucking freezing driving back then. But not as bad as he's got a blanket over his lap. Clever man. Because it gets proper cold in Britain. It's July and it's bleeding freezing. So fucking eating on. So here it is, the road. That is the Great Wall, built by the Romans, designed by the Romans, and here exemplifies the fact. Because here we have the Japanese army marching along it and using it as a road, because it is a road. Yeah, I know. I have to beat the Chinese up. So it's gone fucking stupid. Apart from like the fireman, yeah. Oh, you go first up the ladder and I'll follow you up, okay? You come in. I'm not just hanging around here, just holding the ladder for you a minute. Is that all right? No, I don't think it is all right. So now, apart from like the police as well, the police got like pride of coloured rainbow cars and stuff. So they're all like it all. And now in Britain, 50p a year, yeah. And you notice the Masonic chevron pyramids in there. It's all sort of agenda in there as well. It's just how fucking much of it do we have to actually take? Right. I don't know what country this is. It's in Southeast Asia or Asia somewhere. Could be Indonesia. I don't know. But they're really fucking stupid, aren't they? Look at that, guys. Have they heard of a thing called trunking? I just can't take this realm for stupidity anymore, please. This is good, right? Have you seen? Right, I know a lot of you are not really film buffs. I am, or was, and I can tell you how many of these I've seen. Most. Okay, 1980s movies. How many have you seen? Right, Pretty in Pink. Yep. Breakfast Club. I can vaguely remember it. The Goonies, yeah, classic. Short Circuit, fucking brilliant. Oh, the best one ever. Weird Science. Boy, oh boy, did I want to be able to do Weird Science. The Lost Boys, yep, brilliant. Better Off Dead. I'm not sure I remember that. Trading Places, classic. Gremlins, excellent. E.T., yeah. Friday the 13th, yeah. Risky Business, yeah. Steel Magnolias, yeah, it was shit. Beverly Hills Cop, that was one of those bad energy films, fucking people dying and shit. Beverly Hills Cop, brilliant. Lethal Weapon, they come back out with that. They shouldn't have bothered. There's a new Evil Dead too, guys. Yeah, brilliant. Evil Dead, yeah. Raging Bull, yeah. Broadcast News. I shall remember that. Aliens, yeah. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Party on, dude. Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Rings a bell, vaguely, but I'm not sure. Working Girl. Yeah, she got a bod for sin. Can't Buy Me Love. Not sure. Mystic Pizza. Yeah, maybe. Terminator. Yeah, that's what's going on now. They're sending Terminators back to try and stop everybody waking up. Disconnected from the Matrix. They would be over with. They will shrivel up and who could destroy my beautiful wickedness and die? St. Elmo's Fire, that was good. Yeah, Rat Pack. Die Hard. Yeah, Yippee-Yi-Yay. Yeah, he's going to die hard. All right. And Karate Kid, Mr. Miyagi. The Outsiders. Oh, not sure I remember that. Caddyshack, John Candy, brilliant. Ghostbusters, yay. Heathers, Flashdance, yeah, seen it. Come to America, yeah. Stand By Me, brilliant. And Top Gun, not too bad. So there's only a couple of them, but Broadcast News I don't recognise. There's the Brat Pack there. Fucking hell. Bet they had a shit time in Hollywood. Anyway, giants in antiquity. I think giants lived alongside humans. I think this one, they're trying to fuck him up. And looks like he's fighting back. Batteries not included. Yeah, that was a brilliant one. John Fletcher. I love that film. There's a few they never had on there. I'm glad they never had Dirty Dancing on there. I fucking hated that. Do you know what I hated? You should have a date back in the 80s. It's like, oh, the bird's babysitting. Thinking, yes. And then I was like, what are we doing tonight then? So we're watching Dirty Dancing. Oh, fucking great. Fucking Patrick Swayze appreciation night, is it? Fucking great. Anyway, Gargantua. Be no more of that Patrick Swayze appreciation going on, though. Fuck. Yeah, look at the size of these. Need a lot of shit ton of food, apparently. He looks like he might be a bit of a leader. And that's in Paris, opposite the Notre Dame Cathedral. French giantage. And this one. Gonna need more food, mate. Oh, I'm gonna kill you all. They probably didn't say that. Probably nice. This one's having a nose. This one's just sitting amongst them. No problem. They're not killing this one, are they? Or doing anything. Mind you, they are looking like they're hanging around in a cemetery or something. Yo, dude, what gives? You want to dance off? It's on. It's on. So I have a dance off again. Oh, God. It's not. I know. And here's two giant birds in an old antiquity photo. I don't think it's perspective. I know that kid's little, but they look really massive. Yeah. Big ladies. So, have they got these now? Because they had them in the past in America. Imagine that zipping down your street, delivering your stuff. Shit, no. I bet they were noisy. So there it is, the Tower Bridge, leading up to it. This is an old picture in the 60s in London. And I'm wondering about this. Now, he's a bit stupid, isn't he? And she's not really noticed. I think his mouth's open. But is it me, or do you think he's going to clear that? I think he's going to fucking wing it. I think he's going to rip the light off as well. I don't think they're going to make it. What do you think? It's tight, isn't it? It's fucking tight. Hope he looks like he's going to go this way as well. Oh, I don't know. If you could go back time traveling and right the wrongs in it, guys. Stop that crash happening. So these are all over the forest. These abandoned ships. I don't know why they put ships in the forest and why they abandoned them. That would be pretty funky. That's in Russia. So, okay. That was my images of the day. I'm coming back. Okay, I've been talking for quite some time now. Let's have a look at you all. 660 of you watching in total. Some of you watching on the Sanatorium channel. And there's Gian in the house. Sid is in the house. Right, let's get a feel for the chat feed. Because I ain't been around. I've been talking for like nearly... Ooh, it's Mel. Mel's in the house. Hola, Mel. How's it going? Guan. It's going wicked. I'm really enjoying tonight's vloggage. I'm loving the images. There's been some amazing images today. And if you're into you know, Tartar mud flood stuff, I'm guessing that was mud flood gold. That's what I think. Anyway, so did you actually share my video? Would you please? And would you like it if you did as well? Because I've been going for almost 4 hours and 20 minutes. So got to rewind. It's really good. You'll love it. It's a good one. It's a good one tonight, Mel. Okay. It's really good. Josh M. And the Angel St. Michael. Okay. Mr. Beast fan he's talking to. Okay, there's lovely Jill. Joe in the house. Jolly Man, my bro. He's talking to Melage. And Hippie Shakes talking to Melage. And JKM and Carl Hockey. And Henry, good to see you, my bro. It's Melage again. Badanova, good to see you. Mantis, good to see you. Linda, oh, thanks for being a member. Nobody's driving that car. Wasn't there? Just ship parking, then it might have been. That would be better on my hat. This is great flat day. Thank you, Magavelli. Phrased elbow. I'm glad you all enjoy it. Bring happy vibration. We don't do all of that sucky stuff because that's shit. And why would you do all of that anyway? Why would you be all grumpy? Yeah. See, Hitler Globe. He's not grumpy. He's waiting on his curry to arrive from the fucking Indians. They're going to bring him a curry. Yeah, up on the moon where he lives. And they're going to take months to do it, but it'll be still quicker than the NHS showing up. So that's always a good thing. Wonder Dog. Hola. All right, let me squeeze through and give you a few of you shouts. It's good. Aronson, Anson, it's good to see you. Amazing no photos, I know. Thank you. So these sticks, like I said, the second lot, I'll put them on. This is going to be a whole other load of images, completely different to the 46,500 images which are on these drives, which are copying on this computer, that computer there, and this computer here as we speak. As I said, it takes like 18 hours to get like 3 done a day if I'm lucky. And then I got to swap over to do the PDF ones, which I got a few of. It's all right for them. So bear with me. You will get them ASAP as I am working on it. So there, we got a meet coming up this week as well. There's a meet in. I think they've sold out of tickets though. Actually, that's the word on. That's the word on the FV street. Is no more tickets. But Dave Murphy's going to do a talk. I think I'm going to be there doing. Don't know, nothing. Bournemouth. Going to Bournemouth next week, Tuesday, 25th. FE meet. I might crank up live if I can. Show you what's going on. And show you all of the British Flat Earth gang, which we always meet up now and again. We have a fantastic time. The Trins will be turning up, David Manor and other friends. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. Jude of Aquarius, Phil, thank you for coming. King Kiwi, good to see you. The Outsiders, yeah. There were some brilliant films in the 80s, so that wasn't a good rundown of 80s films. Adam, good to see you. My friend Linda, Small, Tom Gill, thank you. King, I said that. Okay, who else we got in the house? War on Truth. Okay, it's getting late. Now I'm getting up to the 4-hour mark. Thank you for sticking by for 500 overview for all these hours. It's been absolutely marvellous. Steven's in the house. Octagon. And who else? Jake is in the house. So if you do want to get a quick shout before I end this stream, I have got more stuff. I want to just show you this. I'm going to stick it in the descriptions box before I finish this show. I am losing time. Don't want to keep you all too long, but you can watch this in increments. And if it bombards it with adverts, it's because I can't alter it until the YouTube upload is complete. And it's beyond my control and not my fault either. Okay, guys? So I get in there like later on. I stay up till like 2 o'clock till it's fucking rendered. And then I basically turn the adverts off, just leave the one in the beginning, because they just tries to make you look like a greedy twat is what they do. YouTube, proper evil. Lost Boys, yeah, it's a good film. Probably some truth in that, but what happens to them all? I got the same birthday as Kiefer Sutherland and Sting as well, October the 2nd. Exactly the same age, 1967, 2nd of October. I knew that, eh? Bill and Ted's 90s. I watched the new one, the new Bill and Ted's. Yeah, and I really liked it. It's good. It's daft. There's history people in there, you know. It's really funny. You know, official narrative stuff, though. Polyester, yeah, going to be cutting out in a minute. Just going to share a couple more things. Okay, Mr. Beast. Okay, just while you're here, there's still 600 of you watching. There's a book here I want to share with you concerning... excuse me. Just turn that off and hide that. I'm going to show you some images here of Konya in Turkey, because it shows you much of the same as what I've just been showing, like a destroyed world. But this book I want to share with you is the Historical, Physiological, Theological Trustees of Spirits, Apparitions, Witchcrafts, and Other Practices. And the book is from 1705. Occult Sciences. I've had a read of this a couple of times. I totally enjoy it, especially their stuff on the human soul. And to be honest with you guys, I wouldn't dispute it, because I don't really know. But it is really unbelievable, especially concerning the genie, you know. Says about, you know, there's certain middle nature betwixt gods and men, and there's like a mediator. And the first said human mind spontaneously moved, but found upon the search that we were impelled to do honest actions, and a certain familiar genius or new men, that's interesting, new men, given to us at our birth. So we get a genie, gives us our genius, given to us at birth. And that the desire to cover evil things by our mind, for it cannot be that we cover evil things by the will of a deity, whom it's manifest no evil can please. So that's good news. It seems like good stuff going on. They're not doing evil, which that's good. Okay. All that unpleasantry and low-level evil. It's not for me. So this is really good. As I said, I'm going to share it with you. You will enjoy it. You know, it just says the craziest stuff, guys, and it is a really good read. You can read your own audio, but they don't translate this in Middle English. But it's about genies. And a really good book. So I'm going to share these quick images, take us up to the 4-hour mark. Make sure to please share this video, subscribe to my channel if you would, because there's more unbelievable juice happening this year. So again, in Turkey, sinister images, all mud, no path leading up to this building. But this is an unusual technology, this vaulting. Seems an acoustic technology. And again, the whole world, antiquity, is smashed in these photographs of Turkey of 1881. These ones, 1881. You can see the older stone there and a smaller stone above. Mud everywhere, no path, stones just laying around. Mud everywhere. Complete mess. Nothing. Nobody's seen these buildings until these photos. I'm telling you. They're just laying empty from the fucking reset world. Look at that over there. Looks like a bit of Rome. Some big stones here, but not really good stonework. Excuse me. Let's have a look here. So there's a mosque in the middle of fucked up wilderness with a load of what looks like melted buildings and stuff. See that? And outside is just, that's wrecked. Everything's destroyed except for that. Okay. It's crazy big Antiquitech building. Domage Mosque. Another one there. This is the same one. A few more people, but again, it's all fucked upness outside, and this thing looks wrecked. Don't look like anybody's been there. Huge tower. I wonder what it is. Just for call to prayer to who? There's no one there. They use speakers in the modern day to call to prayer. Did in Istanbul, like all the time. Agonizing. Oh my god. So, oh, it looks like a little cemetery there. Maybe. Don't know. Probably. Looks like a mess, whatever it is. Again. And that looks like a pile of mud. And it looks really high. And it looks like there's some buildings maybe in it. I don't know what that is. Buildings smashed. A load of mud. It's kind of a grainy image, but that definitely looks like a big pile of mud. So thank you, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this Saturday night. There's been a lot of evidences to support that America is the older world, some of them classical buildings, and just crazy stuff from Asian continent in these old pictures. How beautiful areas. Detailed geometry, but erect underneath. And images of Tashkent, and we've had some look at some abstract art. Oh, they look nice. She looks beautiful. Wow. And look at all this, all gone at the bottom, like water damage. Something missing in there as well. Stone fell out there, maybe. It's wrecked, isn't it? Yeah, it's wrecked. Oh, it's wrecked, all right. It's all boarded up. I was correct. No one's been in that mosque. And it's huge. Right, my finger's going numb from scrolling for hours. Ah. Yeah, that's a lot of fucked upness. Look at this, though. This looks megalithic. And it doesn't look like it's got any joints in it either. And then you've got this flat brick, stone brick above. 2 ages, some repairs, and all of the earth is up to the top of the wall. Wow. All this is below ground level, guys. That goes into the ground. It's a tree. I don't know. Fucking weird. Okay, I don't know if they're gravestones. I guess so. What a mess. So these all show like a load of mud all the way up there. And a load of dead things. This is like a really sinister photographic collection. Look at that for stones. Transitions. Megalithic, all the way up to there. Tidy brick above. Crazy stone there. Looks like the entrance got blown out. Blocked up window there. That's crazy. And they're all boarded up in there. Again, no, crazy good stonework there. Not at the bottom, but they are big. But again, ruined, smashed. All of these buildings are just ruined. Beautiful stonework, though, on that. Well, look at that. All the bottom is all worn away. It's not entropy. It's start from the top. I'm thinking this is a reset building. You know, all this is below ground level, all that down there, the entrance as well, look. Okay. There's a lot of antiquity in there, look. The old ladderline and everything looking a bit messed up. People around though. And that definitely looks Roman or Phoenician, doesn't it? And that is in Turkey. But that could be the Trojan world, which is also Phoenician. No information on the plaque. Some sort of coffin. So they got a town wall and everything's to shit outside it. Okay. See? So that is Konya in Turkey in 1881. Asia Minor. That one there is gone. This building's been gone. Chimney's gone. Stack's gone. Building's gutted. They don't say what happened, do they? Anyway, I think that's a lot for today. I've shared literally hundreds of pictures. More PDF drives will be available this week. You can find the link for that down in the description box below with a PayPal link for 7,150 books from antiquity, 1800s books, all sorts, everything in there. And I'm doing copying image drives of 46,500 of my images from old shows and stuff, all of the stuff we've been looking at for years. So you got lurgies. Have I got lurgies? No, I'm all right. Do need to drink. Talking for 4 hours. Fuck, you know. So Zal's in the house. What's happening, Zal? Good to see you, my bro. Crazy John's in the house. Okay, good to see you, my bro. And Ira Wolf. Happy Friday to you. Martin and chat. Phil Daniels. Oh, no. Phil Daniels is dead. Phil Davis. Oh, psychedelic weirdo. Love your name. Hippie Chickish. Bob Sykes, who's having a kung fu do up in up north. That. See how good I am? Your relentless effort is appreciated. Oh, thank you. I do try. Panson, good to see you, my friend. Happy Flat Day. Happy Friday vibes. Shally, Kenneth. Had a good time? Friday's epic. Gotta admit, guys, it's fucking epic. YouTube sucks. Ryan Johnson, good to see you. Take a glass eye of sleep. I gotta try and get a sleep after a flat day. Now, all the links, that book, I will link up in the descriptions box below. Martin Liedtke 7 at gmail.com for any information on said book drives. If you are expecting them in a week or so, they've gone international. They're going to take longer than that, guys. You just have to please be patient, and they will be with you. Okay. There's Martin Liedtke 7. Please make sure to subscribe and share this video. Okay. That's been me for the day. Thank you all. I'm going to make a nice cup of coffee now. My last cup of coffee. Sort my shit out before I crash. Okay. Thank you, India. Thank you, Thai Truck. And thank you, Cressoon and Adam and everybody who spent their Saturday evening with Flat Earth British, Martin Liedtke, and the crowd. Big Pants Club. You fucking know it. You've got big boy pants on you guys. Big girl pants. Okay. Fry Spawn as well. Nice name. Thanks to the Mind Splats. There was plenty in there tonight, wasn't there? Good. Maticus Faticus does it again. Thank you, D-Tech, and thank you, Sherry, Baby, and Matt, and all you epic people. Thank you for being here. You're a star, bro. Thank you. I do try. 99 Nostar Mileage, and everybody, Polyester. I like that name. I used to be a punk singer back in the day, Polyester. She was nice. And that is Garden Goddess, who I believe is Linda. So much love to you, Linda. I know you are. I've seen the tragedy of your handbag. Don't even worry about that, guys. Viv, I love. Sun's good to see you. Okay. Make the sun come out. Have sunny thoughts. Make the sun come out in Britain. Baltimore. Okay. Thank you, brothers and sisters. Thank you, Zama, bro. Thank you, Johnny Man. Thank you, everybody, for bringing vibration to this awesome venue and this awesome event. Live and direct from Ely in Cardiff, which is in Britain. TW. Good to see you, my bro. And RIZN. Good to see you as well. All right, then. I think that's it for tonight. Thank you all very, very much. Please make sure to subscribe. Please make sure to like this if you did and share this video. Because all them YouTube things that helps my analytics. Ting, ting. Get me message out there. Keep your vibration up. Break pattern, guys. Don't think about anything negative. Don't go listen to it. Don't listen to any. That's going to make you ill. It's going to fuck your life up. And it's not going to be worth it. Get out of the death cult. Forget about what your family are into. It ain't good. Okay? It's bullshit. All of it. On toast. Think about your life, your own life, and your family in the future. Not all that icky shit. What's happening, Dave? Psycho Dave, my brother. Awesome to see you, bro. And Ryan. In the Neath cruise in the house, is it? What's happening, Ryan? Ryan's up in Neath in Wales. And this flat British sub. Stone the Crows, you're up late. What you do? Shit the bed. Raining on a hose ban. They got a hose ban. They're literally a month worth of rain in the next 2 days here in Wales. It's fucking ridiculous. I haven't seen the sun. It's had inky black clouds above Ely for like ages. I think they're punishing them for the riot they had here. Thank you, Missy, love. Okay, divine. Okay, got a nice fuzzy feeling in your belly. That's Martin, love. Okay, that's a good feeling. Let that carry on through the day now. Make sure you do epic things. Always keep your vibration up. Okay? And know that you're fantastic. You're superhumans, guys. Once you unplug from all that bullshit, you literally become magic. You can manifest your reality. You are a superhuman. Yeah, remember Heroes, the TV series? One of them. You'd be one of them. You have superhero powers. They're telling you anyway with the superhero shit. Yeah, that's what's coming, guys. Okay, they're scared. They're scared. Got them up against the ropes. Not looking good for them. Not looking good for academia at all. Or science in general. Supposed to like practice the scientific methods and repeat it, but they don't do that, do they? They just say shit and that's it. Okay, whatever. Not into that now. So, Christian, good to see you. So, there you are. So, I hope Hitler gets his curry soon, so he's not moaning at me all the time. That'd be good. Love your reality tune. There you are. Thank you, Linda. Thank you, Jahuti. Okay, I'm going to go out there and make a cuppa. It's my front row seat there. Yeah. And Big Pearly, hello. I'm new to learning. Plenty to learn here. There's a whole wealth. Get on the Sanatorium channel. 1,100 videos of how all of this actually happened. Okay, it's going to be good. You love it. What's your greatest secret never told? 5.5 hour synopsis. Blow your mind. Thank you, Laura. Who's secret squirrel? Curious squirrel. Secret squirrels, shall. Always epic. Epic. Well, comment if you like. I always go through the comments. Keep that vibration up. I'm going to try not to be a week before my next live event. I'll try and do a livey along the week with my adventures, whatever I do. Okay, does that sound good? Okay. I thank you all for being here. Much love to you all. Stay epic. And I'll be back very soon. Epic Friday. Martin, start again before fake time shuts you down. Oh, mentalist. Thanks, Lee. Funny as fuck. Okay, always epic. It's good to be epic. Why wouldn't you be? It makes no logical sense not to be epic. You can be the best you can be. I'm always working shit out of my brain to do the best I can. And like I got like some sort of OCD. I got like do things perfect. I just like I can't handle that. Beat my brain up. It's like that was shit, even if it wasn't. Perfectionist. Can't help it. Okay then, much love to you all. See you soon. Don't do anything I wouldn't do.